Thank you. Good evening, fans of the Velodrome, for tuning in on our live stream, or if you're coming back and rewatching racing, thank you for watching. This is the second session of the Marymoor Grand Prix 2024. Our normal Friday night racing being leveled up a bit here with some great racing we're looking forward to. We're going to see the Elite Men Sprints today, as presented by Pyatt and Company. We've got the Elite Women and the Masters Men and Cat 3 Men. Keirin's going to be wrapping up during this program, our thanks to Bikeworks Metier and Greg Cycles for helping bring those races here tonight. We've got Kiddie Kilo, Marymoor Crawl, and lots of great mass start races tonight, including elimination, points race, scratch racing, and of course we're going to end with, well, we usually end at the GP. We got a Madison race all the way at the end of the program. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast. We're going to be bringing you as much action on the track as we can, so we can really get into the race and see as much from our riders as possible. If you enjoy what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. And if you're subscribed, you also can jump on the live chat. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Say hi. Let us know you're watching and enjoying the racing. And if you're watching back later, toss a comment back there about your favorite moment during the racing or something you saw. Thank you again for joining us. I'm going to go off mic for just a second while we finish our rider meeting and get ready to start racing here in just a matter of minutes. Welcome, one and all, fans here at the Velodrome. We're so excited to be bringing you session number 2, Friday night racing here at the Velodrome. It's the Marymoor Grand Prix, and it's going to be a fun one tonight for sure. Our first group coming up will be the Elite Men in their sprints, as presented by Pyatt and Company. First ride coming up now. We hope you are excited as I am for the racing action tonight, whether you're here at the park or watching on the YouTube live or later. Thank you for coming to enjoy and celebrate our athletes with us. The Grand Prix, an annual tradition that goes back many years, always brings in some of the fastest talent we can bring to Redmond, Washington, as we get competitors all up and down the West Coast and even the East Coast and everywhere in between. International talent will make their way here to Redmond as well to throw down here once in a while. It's a great race ahead of us tonight with lots of great finishes, I am sure. First up, we got some excitement coming our way from both Noah Mandow and Tyler Davies, now coming up to line up for their ride here in the semifinal round. An important ride for both of these competitors if they want to be racing for first and second tonight. Sprints are going to be a 2-lap event tonight, folks. If you've not seen this before, you might be surprised to see how slow they go on lap number 1. That's going to typically be how these races run. It's all about the timing, it's about the tactics, it's about the jump, it's about the top speed of these riders. 2 short laps, but the first one they're going to be playing usually some mind games, some positioning. It's a fun thing to watch. We get to see the whole thing unfold right in front of us here. Tyler Davies, Jubilee Cycle, number 50, lines up in lane 1. For Star Trek, number 72 in lane 2 is Noah Mandow about ready to get their start. And as this race is getting underway, we want to throw a special thank you to Pyatt Lending Company. Pyatt has been a financial superstar supporting the track for years, and he loves throwing in some money and supporting our sprinters in particular. Pyatt Lending Company, for years of support, for helping us with the Friends, the JBM Velodrome sign over there in turn 1. Thank you for your continued support here behind the scenes and helping bring the GP once again to all of us here. We check out the race here so far, and again, in the first part of this race, you're going to see a lot of kind of back and forth, slow movement, up and down track, positioning. Riders are going to look at each other to see where they are, either ahead or behind. It's right now Davies still in the front position right now. That's our rider out of Vancouver. Davies is a storied rider here at the GP. Has had a lot of opportunities to race on this velodrome and some of our biggest events. He comes in here today with a quick time. I believe our 3rd fastest, if I'm not mistaken, coming into this in the qualifiers. He gets seated up against who was actually number 8 in the tournament in speed, but upsetting number 1 in his ride earlier today. This rider from the East Coast, our Star Trek rider, Noah Mandow. The winner will go on to race for 1st and 2nd. The second rider races in 3rd and 4th. They're now coming up to speed in turn 2. Here comes the acceleration from both Davies and Mandow side by side. Davies still has the short line. This is a familiar move for the rider from Vancouver, as he'll take the shorter lane. He's got good top speed. He has the advantage here. He should just be able to hold on. Mandow's going to try and challenge her on the outside, coming onto the home straight. It's still Davies in control. Star Trek's got the hard lane to go. What? Oh! Again! On the outside, I think. Star Trek continuing to upset here. Confirmed. Noah Mandow. He qualifies 8th overall today and has been upsetting riders. He's like, you know what? I don't know how to do the flying tournament as good as I know how to race. This guy is throwing down some great results, and we're looking forward to seeing him race for 1st and 2nd. Tyler Davies almost finding the line ahead here. A close matchup here in the semifinal round. Star Trek with a good result. We look forward to seeing both of our riders again in the final round. We now bring up our 2nd ride in the semifinal. Another fantastic matchup in what could have easily been our finals today, based just on the top speed of these 2 competitors. On the inside, Cheney Doors and Windows bringing up number 47. Mateo Morasis, an Argentinian national champion in this event, many-time collegiate champion, up against Wyatt Paul of Waterline Racing, number 41 in lane 2. Results for Wyatt Paul, well, they just keep getting more and more. He's relatively new to our sport, but just coming back off the Elite Track Nationals, picking up a national gold in the kilo. He's got some great speed, does Wyatt Paul. In fact, the 2nd fastest time today in the qualifiers, despite not being a champion in the sprints. He has incredible top speed, but he's up against a savvy rider, someone who's got a lot of time on the track in this particular discipline. We've seen Morasis last year, the winner in our sprint tournament just a year back, now riding the colors of Cheney Doors and Windows. This champion is always good in a sprint tournament, and he's coming here to the GP once more to see if he can defend his title. He's got stiff competition, though, from the up-and-comer, our local competitor, Wyatt Paul. Absolutely on a tear this season. Let's see what he can do here in this event. Wyatt's the rider in blue, currently in the lead position. The Argentinian right behind him is kind of swerving up and down the track, taking up a lot of space, trying to dance on the pedals a little bit and throw off Wyatt Paul, who's kind of ignoring him at the moment. He's just sitting in the sprinter's lane, waiting for something to happen, trying to play a little bit curious in the back here. Here comes a slight move up alongside of the blue line. See both riders out of the saddle, just a little bit of acceleration, both still holding on to the full speed. Coming to the back straight, this is a good move as Morasis is going to hit the back wheel in good speed. He's going to overtake on the back straight. But he might be a little early. This could be a Wyatt Paul chance to recover. Ooh, the short lane could come back into this. Wyatt Paul, can he get the turn of speed he needs? Morasis looking so good. Morasis like, Wyatt Paul, come onto the line. Wyatt Paul, number 41. And that one, I don't need the photo finish to clarify. That was pretty well in charge. Wyatt Paul, looking like a seasoned sprinter. Incredible top speed. All four of these riders, I'm telling you, are champions in their own right. And all of these rides are going to be excellent for the first through fourth places. We'll see more of them soon. Coming up now, the Keirin semifinals presented by Greg Cycles for the Masters Cat 3 men. Those riders coming up to their lineup next.
Hans and Alex, you are missing. Hans and Alex. There's Alex. Hans, you should probably draw.
In Heat A, we're going to be bringing up Daniel Tomko, Thomas Andrew, Hans Loffelholz, Gabe Takagi, Alex Ewing, JC Pyle. Heat B is Maddie Hers, Tak Makino, Andrew Martin, Fergus Tanaka, Sean Blaney, and James Campbell Harris.
All right, once again, Maddie, Tak, Andrew, Chris, Sean, and James, be here to draw. Let's go, Hans.
Elite Women, if you're looking to compete in tonight's Madison at the end of the program, you need to come in and check with Zach real quick under the big tent behind the official stand. All Elite Women wanting to race in the Madison tonight at the end of the program do need to check in with our officials under the big tent behind the official stand. Zach is looking to see who you're going to be racing with and to make our start lists. Cutoff is going to be by the Marymoor Crawl.
Last call for Hans to the line. I see somebody running. It's a good warm-up.
Memphis, Tennessee checking in live on the live stream. Thank you for tuning in and checking out the GP here today. We've got some great racing going on. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to hit that thumbs up on there. You've already subscribed if you're in the chat, so thank you for supporting here our velodrome. We're about to get started now. This is our semifinal round, the second opportunity for these riders. This is going to split us between the upper and the lower finals. Pacer's getting the signal. Pacer getting the signal and on their way. Pacer onto the home straight. Riders ready. And we're off. This 4-lap race will be behind the Pacer until 1.5 laps to go. The riders are compelled to stay behind the wheel of the Pacer. They'll bring them up to speed gradually. This makes it a high-speed event, and it's intended to provide a draft for this group, so they're spending less energy accelerating and more racing at the end, which will help us with the fast and fun finish. Top 3 move to the major final. Bottom 3 will race on in the minor final. It's important to get top 3 if you want to race for top 6 positions. We've got some great scratch racing going on this weekend. If you want to help raise a preem for a big lap upcoming, a cash preem for our racers during scratch racing this weekend, we got kids walking around with the big buckets. You can throw some cash in there and help us raise some big money. Again, cash preem coming your way. Find the buckets and throw some cash in there. Top 3 in the group get to race again for first through third. The bottom half race in the 7th through 12th place race. There's only 12 riders remaining in what was a very big field of competitors here for the Masters Cat 3 men. We had to whittle it down through several rides, so we already know these 6 are fast. In fact, all of them look for a good top speed out of this group. They may not be our elite men group or our elite women group, but they are still very talented, very quick riders here tonight, and they've had to prove it on their way here. One kid who's going to be really gunning to have a nice result tonight is the big guy there at the back, J.C. Pyle for the Jerry Baker Juniors. Looked really good in his qualifying round. He looked like he had to work very little to have the jump he needed to overtake and just be in complete charge. So he made it here without having to ride in the reps. He's going to start moving up. Look at him go in that second line there. He's going to start to go up towards the front of the race a little bit as he moves above the red line. Things are starting to condense a little bit here now as the bell's going. Top half to the major final. Alex Huey leading it out as number 121. The rider for Flying Gorillas right next door, Thomas Andrew. Another good sprinter in this group is going to try and position himself well. Now we're getting to top speed. This is about to get real crazy down the back straight. Thomas Andrew overtaking now at the front. The rider in white at the front. Here comes J.C. Pyle along the right side trying to come up alongside of these riders. Look at this. It's going to be a fight to get into the spot here. Takagi's around the outside. Here they come. Top three. Ooh, Hovel Hose. Flying Gorilla number 51, I think, is the first across the line. Thomas Andrew, and then down the sprinters lane, you saw Alex Huey just lead this thing out and just not lose position. The veterans take charge as the juniors are kept out of the competition in the major.
All right, we're looking for the Elite Women Keirin heats. McKenna, Annette, Jenna, Kimberly, Mackenzie, and Jordan. Heat 1, be here to draw. Heat 2, come on over as well. Elite Women Keirin semifinals at the podiums.
Heat B now on the track for the Masters Cat 3 men. On deck, the Elite Women Heat A. McKee, Williams, Lingwood, Chen, Wells, Lothrop now to the ready area, followed by Savard, Gilchrist, Scoville, Mukahanana, and Snoblin and Munro. All of those riders should be getting ready to go in quick order. Here comes your second group now, our second group of 6. We'll split this group in half as well. Half will race in the major, half will race in the minor final. Getting their last information here and about get ready to start with this group. Signal to the pacer to go.
Should I be on the pacer for these so you can have a shot of the people and shot of the pacer? Or... Well, like when it rolls out like this.
Pacer on to the home straight. Riders ready. 3 more riders to find their way into this major final out of this group. It'll be number 44, Maddie Hurst, for the coefficient of speed that draws position number 1. Getting here through the reps, but looked very comfortable in that position was hers. We'll see how he races this from the front. I'd like to call up, of course, our great sponsors for this race, and a big thanks to Greg Cycles. You can see their logo over there in turn number 2 around the track as well. The Forever Turn 2 sponsors, as we now call them. Big thank you for helping make this happen. Greg's Green Lake Cycle first opened its doors in 1932 under the direction of RV Greg. Today, Greg Cycles remains under the ownership of Stan Gregg, the 3rd generation of the Gregg family. His commitment to customer service and quality products is influenced by his love of cycling. The Forever Corner 2 sponsor, always supporting the track and helping out wherever they are needed, including with the beautiful e-bike we have on the front of our Keirins tonight. Make sure to check out one of their 3 local shops for all of your cycling needs, and thanks to Greg Cycles. Our lineup is pretty well set here as our riders have kind of fallen into a good order. All the way at the back there, James Campbell Harris for Airtech had a really strong showing in his first ride as he didn't have to go through the reps. Another rider to watch here tonight and see if he can get into the front half of this group. All the way from the back here. Right in the middle is also going to be interesting as I see our local speedster Andrew Martin, who looked pretty well in control in his first round. He didn't have to go to the reps. Another speedster, that's going to be the rider in white in 4th wheel in this lineup, number 67 tonight. In front of him, we got number 84. It's Fergus Tanaka of the Small Monsters Project. Number 60 is Tak Makino for Atomic Racing. A couple riders making it here through the reps, but they make it nonetheless. And the Pacers now out of the way. Here things start to develop as hers is not trying to hustle right now. The rider on the front has allowed a little bit of deceleration here. He's not in full go mode just yet as he's going to wait to see someone come around the corner or at least get into that bell. Still holding off a little bit here. Campbell Harris, number 111, coming all around the right side here. Trying to get some track room along the blue line. Still not at top speed. Everybody's kind of holding just a little bit longer. Now you get the move down there in the sprinters lane is number 60 for Atomic Racing coming up and out. Look at this big move. He's going to clear away from the rest of this field easily. As there goes Tak Makino, looking very comfortable here. Matty Hurst in the front, starting to find his speed as well. Ooh, who's going to be third across the line? Campbell Harris is trying to find. He's looking around. Oh, it'll be Campbell Harris third across the line. It'll be Makino, Hers, and Campbell Harris going 1, 2, and 3. We'll look forward to the exciting finish in these final series later in our program. These riders will exit and we'll move on now to the Elite Women in the Keirin semifinals, presented by Metier and Bikeworks.
All right, and at this point, we're asking for our Move Redmond Kiddie Kilo riders to stage. So if you're racing the Kiddie Kilo, you need to go line up behind the beer garden, not in the beer garden. So Kiddie Kilo riders, migrate to staging. You're about 12, 15 minutes out. So Kiddie Kilo riders to staging.
Hope you're enjoying the great action so far. Plenty more storied moments to go on as we're so early in our race tonight. We're still getting through some of the determining rounds here. This is now the semifinal round for the Elite Women. In their first of 2 heats, these 6 riders, same story. Top 3 advance to the major. Your bottom 3 will race again in the minor final. And the pacer gets the signal to go, and they're on their way. Pacer onto the home straight. Riders ready. And we're on our way. Our first of 2 heats in this contested Elite Women Keirin. Brought to us by Metier and Bikeworks. Top half get to advance into that major final. The front half of this group is poised, I think, to set the pace on this one based on how I saw them race earlier today, although every one of these competitors, again, capable of winning this race today the way they've shown up earlier this afternoon. In this heat at the very front, we have Jenna Lingwood racing in bib number 7 in the blue and orange kit. She had to get here through 2 rides, despite having a very dominant first ride. Relegation forced the second effort, but we saw in the first effort just how powerful she was able to be there. Look for her to be strong from the front of this group. Number 15, right behind her, is Mackenzie Wells for Shadow Cycling, getting her through the reps on a very powerful ride. Number 21 is Jordan Lothrop of GVVA, also getting here through the reps and doing so comfortably the last time we saw her earlier this afternoon. In the group, number 1 is the rider in black, position 4, McKenna McKee for Team Novo Nordisk, an easy favorite today to take this event. This rider looked like she was just warming up during her earlier effort to get here. Didn't have to go through the reps, was able to just pull away from the group and save all of her effort for this important racing tonight. Number 14 right behind her is Kimberly Chen, Canadian champ in many different ways, a very strong overall rider, both between endurance and sprinting. She's here now representing Triple Shot Cycling Club up in the Victoria area. And then we have Annette Williams, local many-time winner and champion for Center Cycles, rounding out this group and throwing down. They're going to get the bell, and now we're going to see who's going to be our top 3 in the group. Bell's ringing, 1 to go. Lingwood will just keep the pace here. Here comes Shadow Cycling trying to reposition. Here comes McKenna McKee, totally in control, up and up. Ooh, a little bit of contact, maybe a little incidental there as they're trying to get up and out. And now McKenna McKee totally at the front and in charge. Here comes Lingwood to try to respond and get on the wheel. Question is, who's going to be third in this group? It still looks like Shadow Cycling going to be making the move. Is Mackenzie Wells going to have enough speed? It looks like they separated themselves. That will be your 3. McKenna McKee leads it out. Jenna Lingwood, and there's number 15. Wells, your top 3. We'll see more from them in the major final. The rest of our riders will ride again in the minor final. after this, the sprint finals, ride 1. The finals ride, first ride of the finals is coming up after this for the elite men. Your second and last heat of Keirin racing at this time before we'll take a bit of a break from the Keirins. We'll bring them back for the final in the middle of our program a little bit later on. If you want to catch wind of the full program for tonight, it's a lot to keep track of. Go to velodrome.org/live to see all of the racing planned out for tonight, including our digital program, and a link to the live stream can also be found there. velodrome.org/live. Our riders now getting set up and ready to go here for determining who's going to be racing in the major and minor final. Pacer gets the signal, and they're on their way.
Reminder, kiddos, off the track.
Pacer on the home straight. Riders ready. No feet or hands or anything dangling under or over the railing, please. Thank you. Racing now underway for the second of 2 heats. Last reminder for the Kiddie Kilo staging coming up here very quickly. Move Redmond, Kiddie Kilo coming up soon. All little riders come on over next to the beverage garden around there. You'll see all the parents and kids getting all lined up. In this race, we've got another champion riding for Team Canada. Emmy Savard has gotten many successful rides in her past and is trying to look forward to even more as she continues to race for Team Canada in the future. Overall superstar sprinter showing up here tonight, and she leads this group right now. Diane Snoblin, one of our riders out of Burnaby Velodrome Club up north, is number 22 and second in this group. Tendo Makahana for triple shot cycling. One of our junior competitors, a junior national champion in Canada, is the rider in 3rd position. Saw her throw down some great racing at Junior Takeover a few weeks ago. Now here she is at the GP trying to find her way into this major final. Jacqueline Wunro, number 26, is the 4th rider in this lineup. A new rider to me, but she shows some grit today and making it into this, and we'll see how she plays this race. Right behind her, also making it through the reps, is number 5, the junior rider for the J. Baker Juniors. Lucy Ghostcrest getting ready to line up things here as things are starting to speed up on the back straight. Here comes already our move from another one of our locals. Scoville trying to move up a little bit alongside of the riders. That's that rider in that orange helmet starting to kind of position herself along that second line here. Now moving a little forward in the lineup. The Pacer's well gone. 1 to go. Top 3 to go to the major final. Who will we have? Number 2, just looking over the shoulder. Savard, very strong in this event. Going to be hard to beat her from the front. She's just saving energy right now. Snoblin waiting for her to accelerate as well. Now the front 2 are going to get up to speed. Tendo's trying to hold on the junior and 3rd wheel in a really good spot. She could even try to challenge around the corner here with a little bit of acceleration. Ooh, look at this gap, though. Look at Snoblin and Savard starting to pull away a little bit. The power of these 2 riders. Ooh, who's going to be 3rd in the group? It looks like the junior for triple shot. We'll find it. Number 17, nodding the head saying, made it in. The kid looking good there, but Snoblin holding on to the acceleration from Savard at the front. Looks so powerful in the front of this group. It'll be exciting to see these elite women throw down in the major final later tonight as we now move back to our sprint tournament. 1 ride here in the best of 3 for the finals. These rides now will determine our top 3 positions, our top 4 positions in this tournament. First coming up now, we've got the ride for 3rd and 4th place in its first ride. As we return to the sprint finals, is presented by Pyatt Lending Company for the elite men. Mateo Morasis lining up here now in lane 1 again for Cheney Windows and Doors, number 47. Lining up next to him here, coming up in the black and white, the Jubilee cycle is going to be Tyler Davies, lined up in lane 2, the first of what may be a 3 ride. It's a best of 3 format to sort out who's in 3rd and who will end up in 4th here today in our sprint tournament. Off we go. This is where the attention and the anticipation begins to build in this very first race. Who's going to have the early advantage? Who will take home the first win and start to apply that pressure to their opponent? Well matched these two are. We saw how fast both of the rides were for both of them as they were so close to be able to make it into the top ride for first and second. It's going to be a tight contest here for these two. Now, if we just take the measure from the earlier qualifier, it's about 0.2 of a second faster to our rider from Cheney Windows and Doors, the rider in that front position. But as we've seen multiple times today, that much difference in speed can be made up with tactics and timing, and Davies is certainly no slouch when it comes to trying to apply the right tactic for the situation. The rider in front, of course, the Argentinian champion in this event, now riding for Cheney Doors and Windows, has been traveling around and putting up some great results here for his team. Continues to look strong here today, but finding himself in this race for third and fourth, I'm sure he's looking to really settle the score and make sure this one's put away. Davies, our rider out of Vancouver, again, a storied racer here at the GP. We've seen him year after year. Going to try to put together a good result here for us tonight. He's in the second position, following Morasis around a little bit up and down the track. Both riders well under top speed. Davies will actually take over in the inside position. Morasis is allowing him to go up, and maybe he says, I'll take your wheel if you're going to go. Staying high, Morasis is kind of waiting a little bit here. This is some gap that Davies is going to get now. That gap is going to try to close down. If Morasis can get up onto that wheel, he's going to try to carry momentum into turn 4. Here they come. It's a good acceleration from Morasis. He's on a good turn of speed. Can he overtake Davies to the line? Ooh, on the outside. 47, Morasis, I think we'll take that first one. Whoa. Next one up to the line. This is going to be fun. We've got our race for first and second coming up next. Morasis will take the first one here in the race for third. We'll see more from Davies and Morasis later in our program in their second ride. We'll see if Davies can find one and force ride 3, or if Morasis can close it out after just 2. Your ride for first and second here at the 2024 Marymoor Grand Prix. Coming up to the line for their first ride tonight in this best of 3 series. Lining up in lane 1 for Star Trek Racing. Number 72 on the inside there is Mandow. Next door to him, number 41, White Paul for Waterline Racing. In their first chance to throw down for the top of the podium tonight in the sprints. Just about ready to get their start. And off we go for 2 laps. The story today, I think, of this sprint tournament has been number 72. It's Noah Mandow. Haven't got a chance to watch this young athlete compete much for Star Trek Racing, coming here from the other coast, throwing down from New York. He comes all the way over here. He's been flying around and competing. Now he joins us here at the GP. He qualifies 8th in the 200 meter and upsets the first seed in the first round. Then he comes here and still has another 8th seed. Wins out to be here in the ride for the first and second place. The Star Trek racer showing that he's got great race ability and who will throw down. He is truly a competitive spirit. May not have been able to show it today in his flying 200 meter efforts. That didn't represent what he is capable of as he has continued to throw great results and great speed out here on the track. He's taking on Wyatt Paul from Waterline Racing, the rider in blue with the white helmet right behind him. Local rider who's very new to the sport. Just been working out for this on his track efforts the last couple of years, and really very quickly from a Cat 5 to a Cat 2, and now Elite Track National Champion in the Kilo just recently as he went down with that result just last week. So this is a story of a rider who's improving quickly in our sport. Hasn't really ever styled himself as a sprinter, but he's been training and putting out incredible efforts here every single week in the Cat 1-2 men fields on our Friday night series. And I suppose that's prepared him for what has been a great sprint tournament for him so far. This first ride, you're seeing when we talk about the slow first lap, both riders taking it very patiently here A lot of backward pressure and a lot of balance right now. Both riders trying to maybe force some movement from one or the other. Nonetheless, a lot of patience, a lot of time, and anxiety might be building up here as both are preparing for the second half of this race where things really start to develop. It's still our Star Trek rider now in the inside position. Here we go. That's right. Make some noise, folks. Put your hands together. They can hear you. It's one to go. Who are you voting for? Is it our rider from the East Coast or is it the local product? Ooh, they're side by side. Look at this ramp up along turns 1 and 2. They are just on top of each other, touching shoulders nearly. Star Trek starting to lose a little bit of ground here. Look at top speed from Wyatt Paul. He can take over the sprinters lane. All the way around for turn 2. Can Mando get back onto this one? Ooh, he's got a good turn of speed to close down, but can he come around? Ooh, Wyatt Paul by a whole bike and a half here. Wow. Waterline Racing has something going on with Wyatt Paul. This guy's winning just about everything he's showing up to right now. Whew, we'll see more from these two later on tonight. Our race for first and second. Squarely in the back pocket of Wyatt Paul right now. It's going to be Star Trek that's going to be forced to try to come back and figure out this one to force a ride 3. And with that, we continue in our race program with the Move Redmond Kiddie Kilo. Young riders coming out onto the track. First group, come on down. Kiddie Kilo, first group, come on down. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and fans of the Velodrome, one and all, this is a great tradition here that we do very regularly, and we decided to make sure we had at least one Kiddie Kilo this weekend on our Friday night program. It brings out the crowds, it brings out the kids, it brings out the smiles in everybody here. It's a good time. We're going to have a lot of kids going around the Velodrome for one fun and fast lap.
I have a whole team of baby bears up here as well. All right, this first group 1, super fast lap. Are you ready? Yeah! Ready, set, go! There we go, make some noise. Might be a brief intermission for our riders, but not for you spectators. You need to make some noise. Look at this sprint finish here. There we go, make some noise. I think these two are sprinting to the line. You can come on the track, look at this.
Oh, look at this effort. Ooh, man.
Into the grass.
Woohoo. You're all done. Take a left turn to the grass. Nice job.
Charlotte is prepared to get run over there.
Human shield. Human barrier, I guess would be a better way to put it. Oh, the big kid's coming around speedy. Nice job.
Also, riders, during this intermission, we're going to ask that tents are lowered or tops are removed because we can't see anything. So, riders on the infield, please start removing tent tops because we need more visibility. So, riders, yes, you, start removing tents.
Next group for the Kiddie Kilo, come on down. Next group for the Kiddie Kilo, come on down to coach, find the start line. I think two bums shaved ice is gonna want to get some cups ready with some ice in there ahead of time. I mean, the kids deserve a treat after this, right? And stickers, of course, on their way out. That's always a good deal. Our next group getting set to go here for the Kiddie Kilo.
All right, we got group 2. Are you ready? Yeah! Here we go. Ready, set, go! Get down to the last section. Steve, watch out. You're going to get run over by lots of children. There we go. One super fast lap. Once again, riders, please remove tent tops. It's not that hot anymore.
Whoa, look at this breakaway effort. My goodness. And the beverage garden goes crazy.
Yep. Parents, watch out. These kids are flying. But with the one-handed. So straight lines here, just like our racers, right? A nice straight line. We're looking at each other.
I don't know. They were just watching those sprints. Those guys were kind of dancing all over the place.
That's true. All right, all the way. Nice work. Oh, nice straight lines. Yep, watch out. We have...
For our out-of-towners that are here for the GP, would you believe we have at least 100 kids every time we do the Kiddie Kilo this year? I think it was 150 or so youth, we think, during the junior takeover. It's been incredible here as Redmond families. They love cycling and they love the velodrome, so they just keep on showing up and supporting us. It's been a fantastic year when it comes to just seeing youth out here at the track. Keep cheering. We got a few more youngsters coming through. Nice job here to our finishers. Great work. Our next Kiddie Kilo group, come on down. Find coach down there at the start line all the way to the bottom of the track. All the way down. There you go. On the other side of the blue line, all the way down there. Whoops, slow down, slow down. There you go. Getting an early start. All the way down to the bottom. All the way down where that start line is. There you go. Nice job. Okay, we've got a few more groups still here in our Move Redmond Kiddie Kilo. Again, our thanks to Move Redmond here supporting racing for us today. They've got some flyers talking about the Move Redmond Open Streets Festival on August 17th in downtown Redmond, a family-friendly event supporting public transit and other options to be sustainable in our community. Go check it out over at the table next to the Kiddie Kilo registration area.
All right, this is a fast-looking group with Spider-Man. Are you ready? Yeah! Spectators, are you ready? All right. Ready, set, go! Straight lines, try to stay down low.
Whoa, nice start here. The groups just get younger as we go.
Thank you, riders, for removing tent tops. Hey, junior team, well, I guess most of you over there. Danny, Lucy, can you remove the tent top for the junior tent? Thank you.
Kiddie Kilo going on all season long here at the velodrome. If you know a youth in your community that might enjoy coming out and trying this, head to velodrome.org, go to the education tab. In the drop down there, you'll find a link for Kiddie Kilo. All the dates for Friday nights that have Kiddie Kilo included are on that page, so you too can know when to bring the youngsters out here for a fun lap. As you can see, we got a lot of riders on bikes. We also got training wheels are okay. We can do scooters, push bikes. There's going to be one of those later for the real littles. So that'll be a lot of fun. The push bike derby here at the end. Here they come. Our first finishers come around the corner. Nice job. Oh, another race to the line. Look at this. Woo. Nice. Whoa. Good speed. What a finish. 2 up there at the finish line. And look at all the smiles. Doesn't matter what position they're in. They're smiling the whole way in.
We got some more over in corner 4. I think someone might be trying to take the warm-up circle shortcut. All good.
Another good group here. Nicely done, everybody. I'll call this the stylish helmet squad. Nice. And our next group of kids can come on down. Next group of Kiddie Kilo riders, come on down. Next group, come on down. Follow the kid in front of you and join us out here on the track. Ride 2 for the sprint finals coming up after the Kiddie Kilo. We have a few more groups here still. Sprint finals, Ride 2 will be the first contest up after the Kiddie Kilo, followed by the Masters Cat 3 men minor and then major final in the Keirins.
This is a big group. I think it's our 3 to 4 year olds that are on pedal bikes. It's awesome. They just keep coming. Oh, we got a couple sneaky push bikes. Oh my goodness, look at them all.
Oh, I love the applause here for the push bike kid that got in that last group.
Woo!
Nice work.
Oh, I think he cut through the warm-up circle too. It's good.
Yeah, totally.
All right, yep, don't run into people. Okay, so this group is going one super fast lap. This is our last pedal bike group, and then we're doing our push bikes. Are you ready? Yeah! Oh, they're going. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. Running me over. They're like, yes, I'm ready. I'm going.
Push bike derby is coming up next for the push bikers. This is a big crew here. Look at this. Oh.
James, you need to run the lap. Come on, James, get running.
I always like to say this is the group where we have more parents remembering what it's like to run one lap around a high school field and track. There's more of the run-alongs here with the youngsters.
Once again, if you finish, try to stay in the grass. We'll do a mass exodus here in a little bit. So if you finish, just stay in the grass. You can ride in the grass. Push bike derby is next.
They're all over the track, all the way from corner 1 all the way over to corner 4 with our first finisher. Look at this. Whoa. Nice work. The future of sport and everything good in the Redmond community, joining us nearly every Friday night here in the month of June and July. We've seen a lot of the kids, as I said earlier, at least 100 participants every time we open the gates here for the little ones. They come out in great numbers. And of course, a big benefit to our community is seeing all the parents here as well with them and supporting our facility, helping kids get exposed to good local sport like our velodrome. One thing that's really unique about sports like ours is kids get to ride alongside the adults, the elites, the master riders that have been around for years and give them the advice, can become sort of like their second coaches and part of their larger community. There's a lot of great competitive sports in the world, but few that allow this level between all of the different generations of riders, including all the way down to our very youngest here in the Kiddie Kilo. Of course, all the athletes on the infield are looking for, the future of the sport here as our riders come by, ready to start recruiting and talking about Camp Velo with them someday. All the way into the grass, kids. Nice job. The big, crazy push bike derby upcoming here next. Keep pushing into the grass. We got lots more kids coming. Thank you. We need room for our finishers to come onto the grass. Thank you. Very good. As our sport is facing challenges across the country, velodromes are facing challenges to stay open. Communities know that they love having a velodrome in them, but it can be hard to maintain them. It's worth pointing out and saying once again a huge thank you to our partners here at King County Parks for helping sustain this great velodrome. They've helped us get ready for Junior Nationals upcoming August 1st through 4th. We're hosting the USA Cycling Junior Track Nationals here at our velodrome. They've helped us refresh and repaint. They helped with the grounds maintenance. They continue to be our partner in making this place open for all to come and visit us. Part of that is also that we do this work, that we invite families in our community out here, and you can see the product of our work and our mission continuing to grow. We love to see the Redmond families enjoying their time on bikes. We know we're bike capital of the world. We know we've got lots of families that love the bikes, have kids that want to get active. Did you know we have an over 50-member junior team, the Jerry Baker Juniors? A lot of the riders out here in these fields tonight, you've seen the black and blue of the junior team. This place is home to a lot of young athletes, let me tell you right now. Coming up is our youngest group tonight, all the way down there at the other side of the finishing straight here. We're going to line up the push bike derby for a fast sprint down the home straight, and that'll be our last event of the Kiddie Kilo. Here they come, all getting set to go here. The craziness about ready to be unleashed. We got lots of folks tuning in on the live stream. I've got call-outs from all over the country. It's been fun to see folks. We had earlier from Memphis, Tennessee, folks from San Diego tuning in. Carson City, it's a good time here on the live stream.
Are ready for our push bike derby, and I've learned I can't ask them if they're ready because they are. Spectators, are you ready for push bike derby? All right, ready, set, go!
That's a smooth finish right there. Nice. Down to the left. Good job. Everybody down to the grass. Look at that. Hey, we found Nemo, everybody. Good news. Nice racing for all the kids. Fantastic work in the push bike derby. That was speedy. All right, and with that, we are going to start inviting families and kids to make their exit. Thank you for being patient. Parents, you can find anywhere around the railing that feels safe to cross. You do not need to go through the gate you came in, but you may do so if you'd like. The gate is now open. If you go that way, you will find stickers as well on your way out where you registered for the kids. Again, exit the way you came in, or you can find anywhere along the rail. Please, the bikes and the kids all coming out now. Our thanks again to Move Redmond for supporting us today. Go ahead.
Once again, let's get everyone out. It's so exciting in the infield. It's like a whole different atmosphere down here. All right, so once again, exit.
It's quite the party.
Stickers. There's the cool ices.
Yeah, Two Bums is ready for the rush. Go get them. Taco trucks also, and of course, we got the barbecue truck still here, serving delicious food all throughout the evening. You can pick up your dinner to go, get a little extra snack here or there. Of course, you can cool off your tongue with our friends from Two Bums Shaved Ice. Fantastic to see so many folks tune in on the live stream. So many viewers out there enjoying the action right now. All 60 of you tuned in live. Thank you for being a part of our show tonight. We're about to jump back into some more great racing action. If you're here in the park and would like to jump on the live stream just to support us, that would mean a lot to our team up here on the deck as we work really hard to bring a good broadcast to you. You can find us on YouTube by searching for Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button while you're there. You can watch the live stream. You can also use that as a place to throw up your questions in there. If you've got any burning questions you want to ask, it's a great place. We will be checking that live stream chat. Also, I see lots of folks doing some shout outs there from different places across the country that they're watching. It's been fun to watch. Test Track Racing watching live stream support of Tom Perkins is here. Fantastic. Wonderful to see. That's right, Carson City tuning in as well, supporting Mackenzie Wells. Great to see that here. Mark Cope asking about the hand-holding racing. You bet the Madison will be the final race tonight. You really got to hold out for the Madison, the end of our race program. We're going to do a Madison both nights. It's going to be the last race of tonight and tomorrow.
Once again, you can just jump the rail. Just pick up the bike, just jump the rail. Keep on moving. We got to get everyone out before we start some bike racing. Some more bike racing.
That's right. Find a place along the rail. You can hop anywhere you're feeling comfortable. You do not need to go through the gate. Anywhere you feel you can exit, you can do so. In just a moment, we'll be bringing back up some sprinting. We've got the ride for third and fourth in their second ride, followed by the ride for first and second in the Pyatt Lending Company Elite Men Sprint Tournament in the finals upcoming here in just a moment. A big thanks again to Move Redmond supporting the Kiddie Kilo tonight. They're advocates for better walking, biking, and transit in Redmond. Make sure to swing by that booth, say hello, get on their mailing list, ask a question or two. Don't forget to join them also for Join Move Redmond at their downtown Redmond Open Streets Festival on August 17th on 161st Avenue and Cleveland Street from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Vibrant atmosphere with live music, delicious food, a bounce house, and more. Celebrate safe streets and sustainable journeys at this free and family-friendly event. You can learn more at their website, moveredmond.org. How about we put our hands together one more time for all the parents and all the kids? Make it out here another great showing in the Kiddie Kilo. Let's make some noise and say thank you for joining us here tonight. It's a big effort here to bring the kids out and have, again, over 100 youth joining us here today.
All right. Keirin, minor final. You will be after these two quick sprint rides. So Keirin, minor final. Please stage. Taylor wants to draw places.
Very good, everybody. We get back into some of our contested events here tonight, and it's going to be a good one here. It's ride 2 for the race for 3rd and 4th in our Elite Men's Sprint Tournament. Davies and Marassus getting hooked up to the equipment and ready for their start on deck. We'll be bringing up the second ride between Mandau and Paul. Line up in lane 1 this time for the Jubilee Cycles team. It's number 50, Tyler Davies. Up above him, Mateo Marassus. Number 47 in ride 2. Marassus with advantage. He's won the first ride. Can Davies find the win here to force ride 3, or will Marassus close the series out right here and now? We're about to find out here. Can the Vancouver talent in Davies find some way to beat the speedy Argentinian who lines up right behind him? We know that by the numbers, again, Marassus came this with a slight advantage measured by the top speed we saw earlier today at our track. And you saw it on display in that last ride as it looked like Davies had a pretty good jump, and he found himself in a position where he had jumped several bike lengths in front of Marassus on the back straight, but Marassus with great closing speed was able to get in the slipstream and do what sprinters do from the second position. Find that space in that slipstream, continue to accelerate and overtake onto the home straight. He executed it well at our track. You want to be down in that sprinter's lane well through turn 4 as long as you can be in there before you come out and try to finish. He was able to do so on that first ride. Let's see what happens here in ride 2 as both riders in nearly a standstill. Track standing back there before hitting turn 3. It's Tyler Davies, the rider, still in the front, maybe trying to force a change of position. Marassus making him do a lot of work at the front. Neither rider willing to budge. Lots of gap here between Davies and Marassus. Not as threatening this far away from the finish line, as that's a long way to go around the track, but that is a fair amount of space being allowed here. Mateo still off the back here for the better part of this first lap. Onto the home straight. Still quite a bit of gap here as Davies continuing to watch. He'll begin to roll things up slowly along the rail. Marassus matching the acceleration so far. This is a very similar position as they were on the back straight when they were going into speed, but now sitting rather still here in between turn 1 and 2. Davies faking, taking over the sprinter's lane. Marassus not going up to speed. He just takes over in position. Neither rider accelerating yet. They're all the way out of turn 2. Davies is going to get a different sort of layout this time. He gets to ride from second position, but not a lot of run up here. He's kind of off the back of Marassus, and Marassus is in control. Davies is going to give this one up. Marassus in absolutely dominant fashion takes 2 rides in a row. Rides that second ride very well. Marassus will take 3rd today in our sprint tournament. May not have been the result he was looking for. He wins the GP a year ago in the same event, but still putting up a great show here today. Overall, such a strong athlete in this event. Looked like Davies was going to find some way to beat him in ride 1. Didn't come together. Ride 2, though, that was a challenge. Here he comes around for his high fives and congratulations. That's right. Cheney Windows and Doors coming along the rail here. Thank you for making the trip and a great sprint here tonight. 2 very fast rides for a rider from Cheney Windows and Doors. Now in the Elite Men Sprint finals, ride 2, presented by Pyatt Lending Company. Our Elite men bringing up our 2 riders for this ride for first and second. This time it'll be Wyatt Paul in position 1, number 41 for the Waterland Racing Team. For Star Trek, it's Noah Mandow, number 72, out in lane 2. We know the ride on the inside wins in the first matchup, and it didn't look as close as we might have thought. Let's see what happens here in ride 2, or will we finally have a ride 3? Can Mandow force the third ride? Lining it up for their start now. Local talent on the inside lane. Our new rider to the sport, our young athlete from the New York area at Star Trek Racing, number 72. Didn't look like he was able to contest that first ride as well as he might have hoped. And he has been such a competitive spirit today. Upsets after upset based just on the Flying 200. He's taught me not to think that of him, though. He has great speed and really good savvy in this event. He's going to try to dial this one in and see if we can get a third ride tonight and do his best against Wyatt Paul, who's just been an unstoppable force when it comes to top speed in every event he's lined up for this year. He's really starting to come into his own between winning the Kilo here for the Elite Nationals and now on his way to potentially being our sprint champion here at the Marymoor Grand Prix.
All right, Corey, I'm going to interrupt you. We're doing last call on crowd preems. The juniors are going through. I'm in the beer garden because the juniors can't come here. So last call on crowd preems.
Whoa, this is getting interesting here. Number 41 still leading it out. A nice move down to the sprinters lane for both riders. Paul's leading this thing. He's got the wheel locked in, does Mandow. This is a good position. If he can just stay glued right there, he's going to make Paul do all the work and then try to sneak it in at the end. About as good as position he's going to hope. Maybe back off just a hair and then re-accelerate, but he's just going to hold his place. Can he come around the speedster? Does he have enough kick? He's got to go now. Does he have it? Does he have it? He will not find it. Wyatt Paul wins it 2 different ways, but looks strong doing it either way. Waterline Racing again. We've got something good brewing here. Wyatt Paul's got some good years ahead of him in this event, and so does Noah Mandow, a rider for Star Trek, with an incredible run today just to make it all the way here. You got to give it up for both of these riders. Mandow ends in second, can't find a win in this series, but getting to this point was so impressive. Here comes Wyatt Paul for his high fives and congratulations to both of our riders. Oh, gotcha. I saw that. Whoo. Not to be outdone in excitement, we now move into some more Keirin racing. The Masters Cat 3 Men, presented by Greg Cycles, coming up now. The ride for 7 through 12 in the Constellation Round, the minor final lined up right now. Our 6 riders in position, about ready to start here. Their final race today in the Keirin. Pacer getting the signal, and they're on their way. Pacer now on to the home straight. Riders ready. And off we go. This minor final round may not be for the top 6 positions, but there's plenty of speed still to be found in this group, and they're still going to be contending for every spot as they come across the line. Look out for a rider right at the front there, Andrew Martin, number 67 for 10-speed Hero. For the Jerry Baker Juniors, that's JC Pyle, number 127 in second position right now, the rider in the black and blue. Fergus Tanaka for Small Monsters Project, I believe number 84 is the rider in third position. Also for the Jerry Baker Juniors is Gabriel Takagi, number 96, currently in position 4. Sean Blaney, number 93, lines up in fifth position. That's the rider in the all-black kit. And to round out our group for Center Cycles, number 46, Daniel Tomko. I want to throw out a special thank you to our beverage sponsors here in 2024 and for the GP specifically. Thanks to Postdoc Brewing, Locust Ciders, and Métier Brewing Company for stepping up big here today. All serving in the beverage garden today. You can look for Locust Ciders, for local brothers, Seattle brothers Jason and Patrick Spears for their modern style ciders. We've got our good friends from Postdoc. They got the tasting room just right outside of our velodrome here. And Métier Brewing Company also bringing in some delicious beverages today. Be sure to be patrons of their business and say thank you for supporting the velodrome this year and for being with us during the GP. Back into the action here. We're about to be at the drop-off point here on the back straight. Martin at the front of the race, already looking over the shoulder, anticipating some movement. He actually pulls up track. He does not want the lead. JC Pyle, now the junior, finds himself at the front. He's got a wide open track. See what he'll do with it. He'll sit up for a second. And now a bit of acceleration on the home straight. Nothing on the full move yet. Waiting to pull the trigger now as they hit the home straight. Back into turn one. It's still Pyle in the front. Now Martin wants to reaccelerate. He comes off the front, and then now he's going to load his own attack. Out of turn two. JC Pyle's got good position. Gonna drive it straight forward. Now here comes the challenge all the way from the outside as it looks like it's gonna be a rider, Sean Blaney, making a big move along the side, but it's still Pyle the junior in charge all the way around. Blaney, Pyle, Takagi coming up now. Takagi, it's the juniors. Whoa, Jerry Baker juniors take the front in the Keirin here. It'll be Pyle at the top of the consolation round here for the minor final in this Keirin event. Coming up now to the track, your riders in the major final. The ride for 1 through 6. The Keirin Major Final is presented by Greg Cycles for the Masters and Cat 3 Men. Out in lane 6 is number 60 for Atomic Racing, Tak Makino. For the Flying Gorillas in lane 5, number 51, Thomas Andrew. For the Coefficient of Speed, rider number 44, Maddie Hers. Next door in lane 3, bib number 121, Alex Huey. For Airtech Racing in lane number 2, bib number 111, James Campbell Harris. And for the Burnaby Velodrome Club, racing down in lane number 1, wearing bib number 83, Hans Lovelholz. Riders getting a final check-in before their start. The race for 1st through 6th, now at the line in 4 fast and fun laps here at the Velodrome. We hope you're enjoying the show so far. Lots more great racing action to come. Pacer getting the signal, and they're on their way. That's right, 4 fast laps, and we'll find our champions here in the Keirin for the Masters Cat 3 Men. It was a big field to start. We whittled it down to 12 through several rides. 6 heats in the first round, 6 in the reps. And here they are, finally ready to settle it down. The top riders in this group. Pacer on its way momentarily onto the home straight now. Riders ready. And off we go. Pick your favorite, find your rider. Watch them all the way on the track, and let's see how this great final unfolds. We saw Lovelholz in the race to get here during the semifinal round. The rider at the front from Burnaby looking very dominant in that race. He was off the front, was actually able to backpedal just a little bit at the end there, kind of set off the pressure as he had a good attack out at separation from the rest of the group. Interesting to see how he races it from the front as he's got that position. He might want to do something similar to what we saw Martin do and kind of pull off for a moment and reset himself. We'll see. James Campbell Harris for Airtech Racing right on his wheel. Not so far back like he's been in all the qualifiers. He finds himself a little further up here. He's had some good finishes here this year in some top speed events. Alex Huey, number 121, that rider in the purple, has looked very good as well on his way here in the semifinal round. You'll recall, pulled away pretty well himself. Changing up of the order here a little bit is, it looks like number 44 is allowing some riders to come around, and Matty Hers moving towards the back. He gets here in pretty dominant fashion from the semifinal round as well, but he'll actually go all the way to the back of this ride now, allowing Fergus Tanaka, number 84, to move up into 4th wheel position now, right behind Alex Huey. This makes the middle of the race really dynamic at this stage, as I'm interested to see how the riders in position 3 and 4 choose to race it, as I think that's going to determine a lot of movement in this race. There's the Matty Hers flip up and down in turn 2 as he's getting ready to run things in here. Let's see what he does with it. He will continue some tempo here. Ooh, this is the move. He's going to go for it. He's all the way to the front. Matty Hers is trying to catch him sleeping. He's going to try to run them here on a 500-meter sprint. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Matty Hers for coefficient speed. I think they're going to catch you. Here they come. The speed is coming in from Makino. He's going to catch quickly. Down onto the back straight. Makino taking over at the front. This acceleration now coming from Alex Huey. Ooh, coming into turn 3. It's going to be 3 riders up. Look out for Flying Gorillas also to come around the outside. It might be 4 riders to the finish line. Whoa, it's going to find it. Lovell Ho's looking good here. Lovell Ho's, whoa! Number 83 pushes through the middle and finds it. Flying Gorillas coming in, I think, second all the way from downtown. They had to maneuver all the way around the field to make it up to that second place finish, but it will be a rider from Burnaby Velodrome Club, Lovell Ho's. We'll be on top of the podium today for our Keirin for the Masters Cat 3 men. Coming around for his congratulations as well. That's right, it's the show, folks. It's the Grand Prix. This is the big one. Lovell Ho's, thanks for making the trip down and making the Keirin fast today. Oh, the high fives are ready in the beer garden. Find him, find him. All right. Fantastic racing today for the Keirins as we'll move right along into some more Keirin racing. The Elite Women now in their consolation round for the minor final, followed by the major. Question on the live stream about fighting for the motor. Position changes are allowed after the opening half lap of the race. There can be changes in position. So if riders move up, they can overtake other riders and reposition behind the motor if they'd like. If there's physical contact, actual fighting, that would be a potential for relegation for the officials to take a look at. I wouldn't call exactly, it's not like, you know, gloves off. That kind of fighting as we may have seen and still continue to see internationally in some areas. Coming up now, the Elite Women getting lined up for, this is our race for 7 through 12, about ready to start. Pacer getting the signal, and they're on their way. The Elite Women, a great group here today to get to this group of 6, racing for 7th through 12th overall. 5 riders lined up, ready to compete here today. On deck, don't want to go anywhere. The big major final, the race for 1st through 6th, about ready to come up to the track. Pacer now into the home straight. Riders, ready. And off we go for 4 fast laps. Number 26 draws position 1 and will take the front of this group. That's Jacqueline Winrow, Assignment Racing Team. Local Rider of the Year jersey holder Danny Scoville for the Jerry Baker Juniors, another one of our junior products in this group, is in the 2nd position. She's got that kind of maroon colored jersey on with the orange helmet. In the blue and right behind her, in 3rd position in this group is Jordan Lothrop, number 21 for GVVA Racing Team. Another Jerry Baker Jr., Lucy Gilchrist, number 5, is the 4th rider on this lineup. And for Triple Shot Cycling Club, Kimberly Chen, number 14, will be the last group rider in this lineup. Look for the rider in both in the front and the back to kind of do some really big things here in this and determine how this race plays out, as I have a feeling between Chen at the back, the rider number 14 at the back, such a champion here, not wanting to be bested more than once here today in the Keirin, is going to try to figure out a way to move up in this group. And then Jacqueline Winrow leading the scene out, Assignment Racing, looking very good in the earlier rounds. Still finds herself here in the 7 through 12 ride, is going to want to ride this really strong from the front. Let's see how this plays out, though, as we're about to be at the point of drop-off on the back half. Assignment Racing about to take over at the lead. And the pacer pulls out of the way. The race is now to the control of the riders. And just as predicted, look at the back end of this group, already starting to change things up. Whoa, a lot of push coming here. The front not giving enough speed yet. It's going to flatten out already, hitting the home straight at 1 to go. Lothrop all the way to the front now. Number 21 takes over for GVVA. Look who's on the wheel, though. The local junior right in position. And here comes Kimberly Chen, the Canadian junior, for triple shot, trying to line up as well. Speed coming up down the back straight. GVA still leading the sprint. Oh, Simet's kind of trapped down there in the sprinter's lane. She can't go anywhere. She's underneath all the speed. Here we get on to the home straight. It's still one rep leading things out. GVVA at the front. Scoville trying to come around the outside. Now Simet trying to come back into this one. It will be down the sprinter's lane. Number 21 holds all around, all the way around the track as Lothrop will take the minor final. Riders exit on the back straight as we continue on. We've got one more Keirin tonight, and we've been looking for this one all day long. The Elite Women in their major final getting ready to start here momentarily, now taking the track. We hope you and yours are having a fantastic evening joining us here at the Velodrome. Whether you're tuning in from afar or you made your way to the park, thank you for helping us make the GP so special. One thing that our athletes talk about here at our Velodrome is these huge crowds that we get, because right in the middle of a public park, we build a community, and you're a huge part of the reason this Velodrome is so successful. Thank you for joining us here tonight for great racing. We got plenty more ahead of us as we continue on. This is going to be something we've been looking forward to all afternoon. This final, the Elite Women Keirin major final, presented by Metier and Bikeworks, just about ready to begin. Out in lane 6, getting lined up and ready for the start here. Mackenzie Wells for Shadow Cycling, number 15 out in lane 6. Next door, McKenna McKee, Team Novo Nordisk, number 1 in lane 5. Tendo Mokahana for a triple shot in lane 4. In lane 3 for the Burnaby Velodrome Club, number 22, Diane Snoblin. Down in lane 2, Team Canada, Emmy Savard. And finally, down in lane 1, wearing bib number 7, Jenna Lingwood. Your riders line up for this major final and about to take on 4 more fast laps in the Keirin. The pacer gets the signal and is on their way. Pick your rider now is only going to get faster from here. Our riders lined up for this exciting finish to be on top of this podium tonight. And the riding is underway. We are going for this major final. Lingwood will take the position right behind the bike. I slightly miscalled the order there from my position, as it's McKenna McKee, number 1, that draws the final position in the draw order. That's bib number 1, and a clear favorite to always take a race like this today. She has looked very comfortable getting to this stage, and I'm guessing she still has plenty more gas in the tank. If there's anyone who can challenge her here in this race. She's all the way at the back of this strong group, though, so she's got some work to do in terms of positioning herself for the finish. But with the power she brought today, and I think she's got plenty still left in the legs, I would be surprised if she can't find a way to get to the front. From the front, we have also Jenna Lingwood, who looked very strong qualifying and getting to this stage, number 7 did, but right behind her, the Canadian specialist team rider Savard has been very powerful. We saw in the semifinal round how comfortable she looked, taking over at the front of the race, able to cruise it in, was number 2. Of course, Diane Snoblin, over to our Burnaby area competitors, had a lot of great results last year and is trying to come back here at the GP to continue a great career of racing here at the Grand Prix. Tendo Mukahana, the rider for triple shot in that green and white kit, junior track champion in the sprints for Canada just in this last year. This may not be a true sprint, but it will be a good event for Tendo and the rest of these riders that have shown up here. Now the pacer out of the way. Lingwood's starting to pull away a little bit here for the rest of the field. Not going to wait for anything from behind. Look at the bunch at the back of the group are starting to collapse a little bit as we roll out into the home straight. Here we go. Put your hands together, make some noise. The Elite Women, 1 to go. Ellie Savard now opening things up big for Team Canada. Look at this. Team number 2 taking over. Whoa. I think we have a wheel issue, and McKee has to abandon. Savard is now in total control. Lingwood trying to catch up back onto the wheel. Snoblin trying to accelerate as well. Can Lingwood find the wheel. Here it comes. Onto the home straight. Lingwood, Savard, Snoblin, Lingwood, Savard, Snoblin! Number 22. Burnaby Velodrome Club knows how to race a Keirin, apparently. Low-full holes going for the top in the Masters Cat 3 bed, and now also out of Burnaby, Diane Snoblin. Didn't see a dominant finish in any of the qualifiers. She plays it smart, is always in the right position, and now she puts out this big effort to finish at the front of this field. And though McKee exits, we can't take anything away from the effort here from Snoblin, putting out a great result over what was still a very fast group. Number 22, great race. Stand by for just a moment as we'll bring more racing here soon. I know our Elite Men Elimination Race chomping at the bits. We'll call you up in just a moment. Now coming to the rail, the Elite Men in the elimination race presented by John Duggan Cycling Attorney. Got a question on the live stream a bit ago about top speed from our groups here. I think I would expect our Elite Men top speed in those Keirins is hitting around the 35 mark, if not a bit higher on a good day. Okay. And off we go for this elimination. This is going to be a good one here. While they're in the quick neutral, I want to throw out a shout out to our friend John Duggan once again for supporting us. John Duggan, cycling attorney, is the representation you want if you find yourself in a cycling related accident. He is 100% devoted to watching cyclists. If you're involved in a bike versus car, bike versus bike, bike versus pothole, bike versus dog, or anything similar, last thing you want to do yourself a favor and reach out to John Duggan first. Thank you for your continued support in the GP. That's the fastest neutral you're ever going to see as the race is just about to begin, but they're still not together. One more time around, one rider fell off. We got to get this rider back in. One rider is off the pace. The race is in the neutral. Race is neutralized right now. We are still neutralized. Once this race gets underway, the last rider across the line gets eliminated all the way down to the last rider. We are going to pull riders every single lap. My job will be to make sure the riders and everybody out here knows who that is. So there's going to be a lot of focus on that call. Every time they come around to the line, we're going to be watching the last rider. And now we get the signal. Racing underway. Elimination next time around. The Elite Men Elimination Race presented by John Duggan, cycling attorney here at the GP, and it's already going quick. Now with this field, 27 riders start. That means we've got lots of laps to work our way down here. Thank you also to Serge Malikian for jumping onto the stream and throwing in $20 for the Marymoor Crawl winner. A little extra cash to go to our winner tonight. Thank you very much for the super chat. We see you. First rider elimination here upcoming. 52, Sandoval. Sandoval. Now, for spectators out there, you're going to watch this part right here onto the home straight is where things get fun. When they flatten out from the riders along the rail, leaving some riders out lower on the track. That's 129, John Terrell. Here comes another one. Let's see. Watch to the back. Whoa, it looks like we got some good movement up high. Will it be enough? I think it will be. 56. 56. I believe Scott Vincent, the rider, out. Another one here. It looks like it's going to be up high this time, though. 77. Johannes Daniel Miley. It's in Lost Boys Book Club, number 77. Big move here for one of our riders from Waterline Racing, trying to get in another lap. Wasn't quite enough. Tyson Danielson for Waterline Racing, number 64. Lucas setting the pace at the front, winning in the sprints, and then goes right out into an enduro event like this and just leads the way as Wyatt Paul. Choose a lane, dude. He says, I did. The sprinter's lane at the front. Oh, you're over there. Who is that? Is that Kim? Ah. Good. I'm like, you're not doing that, are you? That's insane. 108, Sherfy. He's got his team out there he's cheering for. They look awfully similar in that kit, let me just say. Same helmet and everything. Our group now looks like it's going to be Maggottson all the way at the back, the rider for the Husky Cycling Team, trying to position himself. Coalition down low, might be in a tough spot here. Oh, here we go. Haldy, number 134. Sherfy still in the race, needs to exit. 108. Should be out of the race. 108. 108. 108. Sherfy, exit. 108. He's got it now. Bit of a change up here at the lead again. You can see oftentimes in this race we're really watching the back, but there's also a story developing at the front as which riders want to come and drive at the front and drive this pace. And another rider switching up into the front position now. Watch to the back here as Maggottson again. A tough spot. Are shaking his head, says, I don't think I got this one. 8-7 indeed. The Husky out this time. Now at the back is going to be Matty Hers for coefficient of speed. Looking around trying to figure out where he's going to go next. Another change up at the front here. It looks to be the position of Haggard taking back over the front there. That's number 76 for Waterline Racing, moving back up again. But look to the back here. Is it Hers or will it be another? 44, Matty Hers. $17 riders still in this group and plenty more to get out of the group. Oh, here goes another one of riders from Cheney Windows and Doors, says this is going a bit slow. Saw Brewer quite a bit last year. This rider with a lot of good results 1 year back in the GP. He's going to position himself off the front here in this elimination and begin to pull things apart a little bit. Not happy with the current tempo. 68, Perkins. There's nothing that says you can't do this kind of a move off the front. Another rider starting to fall off the pace here from this quick acceleration at the front of the race. was Daniel Brewer that got things moving for Cheney Windows. And this will be rider number 8-1, Andrew Ford. Another rider falling off the pace there. This speed from the front group, they said we can race it at the back and we can race it at the front, your choice. It's going too slow for this group of 5 now that says we're gonna be at a different tempo than the rest of you. Starting to peel it off some of the riders. '62 is Williams. I think we might have had another rider evacuate a bit earlier there. Was Hofer on the back straight, if I'm not mistaken. Group of 7 going down the back straight, separated from the lead group of 6. The elimination, of course, will come from the back of this group, and it's another just peeling off of this quick tempo. The GP creating some good speed here tonight in a unique situation for our elimination as things have gotten pulled apart. Now to 7-8 that gets the call officially, that's Alexander Brewer. Down the back straight, starting to come a bit back together again here now as a few riders in that back group working their way up, but now it looks like maybe one of our Portland youth riders out of the East Portland Youth Cycling Team not quite on the pace. Gavin Newman just a little bit off and will be likely getting the call soon. Still got plenty more riders to get through in this tough elimination. And 4-0 has the number called officially, Gavin Newman for Team Epic. And our riders to watch in the program, one of them, former Seattle tight end Luke Wilson, is here racing again, wearing his number that he wore for the team, number 82. He's at the very back of this group, but he makes the big break and holds on and gets back into this lead group. Let's see how many more laps he can find as he's going to position himself around the outside of this field a little bit here. He'll survive another. It's 95, Dylan Lawson. Bill Lab Cycle Works, number 95. That's Luke Wilson all the way at the back, but here goes Daniel Brewer again. This is a very speedy rider from Cheney Windows and Doors. An unstoppable motor in this guy. He's going to push off the front again. You could just let him ride away with first and fight over second, third, and fourth and whatnot behind, but that's tough to let this happen. '58, Cameron Gillis for Ride with Rendell, number 58. As Luke Wilson makes the move around the outside again to stay in another lap, looking like he's got a few more in him as well. Chris Wilson, the rider in green for Found Cycling, has to reposition a little bit. He pushes around and up towards the front. You see that big change of position. Max Haggard now, the rider in that white helmet for Waterline Racing. With the rider at the back starting to reposition against Wilson. It's going to be Wilson and Haggard fighting over position at the back. 79, Shipchaze of Liquid Velo. There's 8 riders in this race, but we know it as it looks like a field of 7 and a single breakaway in an elimination. What is this? He's just time trialing the whole group. He's going to be out here for an individual pursuit by the end of this and win this race on a solo breakaway. Next elimination coming here from, it's Wilson and Haggard again battling. 7-6 is Haggard. We're working our way down here. 6 left in this field, 7 in the whole race right now. Brewer on this solo break, just continuing to absolutely take charge of the race, was not impressed with the endurance of this field and says later, I'm out. And that's the same thing Luke Wilson's saying, but in the other direction. He falls off the back before he gets to the line. And that'll do it for number 82, Wilson. Who will find their way onto this podium tonight for this elimination? We've got 5 here in this field. 6 riders remain. I think we already know who's going to win. Brewer has just said, I'm going to take this one for myself. I'm off and away. Goodbye, field. Ooh, taking up a lot of track space here. One rider's up behind. He already knows it. Off and away, says number 99, Chris Wilson for Found Cycling, out in 6th place here in our elimination. Zach Kowalczyk for Black Lodge Cycling, perhaps one of the most medaled and storied riders in our Elite Men Series here at the GP. Still in this field, no surprise. He will make every elimination a tough one. He's the rider down that inside position right now. 59 this time is Sage DeLuce, out in 5th. Brewer still totally in charge here, just riding away with this one. Windows, Cheney windows and doors away. Here comes the next elimination. Ooh. Oh! 53, Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk in a close one. It's now a bit of a match sprint in the middle of this elimination as two riders ride a bit high and resetting here. Brewer's already far and away going to be winning this race. And number 71, that's Campbell Parrish for the Red Chuck Racing Team. Uh-oh, look at this down the back straight. It's not done yet.
Can Clever catch? Go Clever!
Ooh. Can he make it up there? It's just been a race back in the background. Brewer, come on. What's going on? Can the catch happen down to the line? Oh, it will not happen. Brewer's got enough. Ooh. The hunt was on as Clever Martinez of the Rockland Devo program, number 73, will finish second. But you know what I always love about that guy? He's still got a smile on his face. That was a good contest. Daniel Brewer just didn't even make it an elimination for himself. He says, I'm going to go ride a 4K, and the rest of you guys will settle the rest of the positions. See you at the end. Daniel Brewer, make some noise here for our champ in the elimination. He signed up for elimination, chose not to really race it though, let me tell you. Quite the way to finish. Paging John Hansen if you're present here today. John Hansen, if you're present over at the building, we'd love to see you. Paging John Hansen.
Corey, what's next?
Me catching my breath.
Woo.
Yeah, a break from my voice. Let me tell you, we've got ourselves the open Marymoor Crawl now coming up to turn 4. All participants that would like to be in the open Marymoor Crawl are invited to now join us in turn 4 for the fan favorite slowest lap of track racing. And thanks to Serge Malikian out on the live stream, I've got an extra $20 to win this race.
There is a separate prize purse. It's 150, 150, so 170 to win this race.
Nice. Big
Ooh.
cash here today. Line it up in turn 4 if you want to join us for the crawl. For the spectators out there, you're going to see our riders going the slowest. You've seen them go all day. They're going to be stuck behind the finish line until the bell rings, and they don't get to know how long that is. Until the bell rings, they're up on their bike under their own power. They're going to be doing some track standing to keep the bike in a standstill for as long as they need to. While they're doing that, they can't rest their hands on anyone else. They can't put a foot down. They can't come off the racing surface. They're going to stay up under their own power until the bell rings. When the bell rings, whoever still survives, they get one lap around the track. First rider across the line wins $170.
It is encouraged to hand dollar bills over the rail. Oh, well, look, Serge got additional cash down here. Yes, get your cash ready.
The good racing continuing here. Our fan favorite Marymoor Crawl, a unique format invented right here at our velodrome. I think it was maybe 2017 or 2018. It made sort of the international rounds for a bit. Known as the longest lap internationally, we kind of set out a counter campaign and said, hey, that's our race, the Marymoor Crawl, invented right here in Redmond, Washington. And we continue to run it at many of our main events for the fun of our spectators and, of course, for the fun of our athletes to put on this unique show, the slowest lap in track racing, about ready to begin. Last call, our riders getting lined up for their start. Lots of competitors today for the crawl. This will be a fun one.
Are we over the track limit?
Shh.
It's okay. Half of them will put a foot down anyways. Daniel, just go right to the front. Just go right to the front. You're fine.
Just go and interview some of them, and that'll be enough to frazzle them.
I will. I'll get them. Don't worry.
Great. Yeah, we'll be fine then. This will be just
All
fine.
right. You got it, Kimberly. Woo! This one, the corners seem steep. Tendo, just go ride next to somebody. Oh my goodness.
This is a big crawl. That is a lot of people. You have to pick a space here just to fight over. There's so many riders. All right, we're just about ready to start. Nobody knows except for our bell ringer, and some of our officials know the amount of time we're going to be going for here. The mystery time, about ready to begin. On the sound of the whistle. And riders away from the rail. Timer started now. Get off that rail. I see you. Let go. Come on.
Yeah,
you can do this.
You gotta get off that
That
rail.
was some bonus time. You're resting. JC Pyle for the J. Baker Juniors. I know you're going to talk to him.
JC just won. Oh, look, JC's got no hand track stand. Oh, people are already putting foot down. You can't grab the rail, Emmy. Don't grab the rail. JC, no hands. How you doing?
I mean, a little tired, kind of focusing on this, but just waiting for him to put more money out.
Don't fall down. Go up there. I'm sure. Where's the money, people? Where is? We have some of our elite women. Apron doesn't count. If you hit the apron, you're off. Blue band is off. Oh. They're already done. Oh, sorry, David. Oh, there. I see a few more dollars up there. Kimberly, you were at the back of the line. Do you know how to track stand?
I do know how to track stand.
Well, let's see it. You're just slowly rolling up here. Oh, more feet down, more feet down. There we go. Oh, look, Kimberly's track standing. This is lovely back here. We have a few of our women competitors still in here. Oh, Hen's got money in her mouth. That's a bold choice. It really is. Really is. I'm going to hunt some people. Watch out, James. Oh, you grabbed the rail. Mateo, how you doing back here?
I'm all right. I've been better.
There's a lot of people still in here. I gotta navigate safely. Maybe I'll just stay on the back. It's a little safer back here. Gavin. Oh, how are you doing?
Good. I've been practicing in my room for this event for the past few months.
This is the highlight of your season right here.
All eyes were on this race. So,
This is your A race, the crawl. All right, not nationals in 2 weeks, but this race.
we'll give it a go at nationals, but you know, this was what I'm looking forward to all season.
All right. I'm gonna give you a hint. You might want to get a little closer. I don't know who's the stopwatch on. Jasmine knows. Okay, only Jasmine knows the time at this point. We got some good track standers.
There's a significant lack of movement right now in this group.
You see them all wiggle, like with the little wiggles.
Yep, the little wiggle. They can't really move backwards. There's a point in where you're supposed to keep it basically still, which they're all doing a great job here. Look at this.
Was it at one point, Will? How long did you track stand that one time? 36 minutes. So you can just keep it going.
Impressive.
That was for fundraising. It was impressive.
Not just for fun. You don't just get up one day and say, I'm going to sit on a track bike
You never know.
for 36 minutes in place.
Okay, everyone's
Still,
eyeing Jasmine.
are you not even you're not even holding the bell yet? I think we're going to be here for a while. Let's can someone go get me a taco, please? Puts your foot up. Oh, there we go. The bell's ringing. Off we go. One fast lap. One to go. The big jump now. Let's see who can find their way to the front of this one. This is a big field for the crawl. Getting all lined up here. Nice acceleration now as it looks like bib number 53 taking over the front. A big turn of speed here. Who's going to come try to catch for the big 170 though? Oh, the acceleration now coming. We'll look around the turn. They're all in speed now. Coming to the front. It's going to be a good one here, folks. Oh, it looks like it's going to be number 89. The crawl winner here today. Woo! Oh, man. That was a fun crawl. When you have an actual field to race in that competition, it's always good to watch. I think there's, what was it? We said $170, a big cash purse here today for winning the crawl. Put your hands together here for our crawl champs. Let's hear some noise. Come on now, the crowd favorite. Where are we at? Great racing here in the crawl today and a great, exciting finish. The slowest lap we'll see all day. The 5-mile scratch race presented by Metier and Bikeworks for the Elite Women to the rail. There are 3 preems during the race that will come from the announcer stand. Those crash preems are coming to you from the Velodrome for $100. We've got the Kalen Acuna Classic tossing in $50 on a preem, and the crowd preem coming in at $126 and a Twizzler, which we all know what you're really racing for. In addition, one of our riders has put up $250 in addition to our normal 100, by the way, to break the record on the time for the 5 mile. So if you can break the record, whoever rider does it at the front of this race and goes in the record books will pick up a $350 incentive tonight. If that doesn't happen, we're going to try to put it into our Madison event later on. So we'll see what happens here in this exciting 5 mile scratch. About ready to begin here for the Elite Women. 20 laps of scratch racing, nearly ready to start. Final call here as we're getting our numbers at the rail. That's right, 3 bells will be rung here from the announcer stand at some point during the race. 3 cash preems. The big win at the end, of course, here in the scratch race. This is a straight ahead race, 20 laps of high speed. The 5 mile is a recorded record. I'm going to be pulling that record up to confirm what that is here momentarily. We're currently in the neutral. Our thanks again to our friends at Metier and Bikeworks. And the whistle sounding, racing's underway. 20 laps to go, and the 5 mile scratch begins now. The Elite Women's 5 mile scratch record set all the way back in 1996 when Laura Reed was at the front of the field. The time was 10:51.26. Just shy of 11 minutes to ride 5 miles. A quick time. A couple riders off the front. Looks like Alinda Lingwood looking down at the bike maybe for some reason was going to pull up high and kind of pull off that effort very quickly. Stretching this field out pretty early on as we got this solo move off the front. This is going to be a fun race here tonight. Still 3 preems to go before the big finish. And these riders are already trying to make the opening laps quick. Seeing 17 to go. The early laps, good tempo being set here by number 13 is Alexi Snover for Found Cycling Guild. Found Cycling Guild, of course, one of our local teams here, Snover. Not a regular here at our velodrome facility, but certainly a local competitive spirit, making their presence known here early in the scratch, trying to establish some dominance and some tempo. And right off the back of all the acceleration, how about $50 cash to lead lap, 16 to go. $50 lap, $50 preem lap, $50 preem lap. Lead the lap in $50 cash. Not a bad intermediate preem. Not one of the bigger ones, but somebody's going to want to jump up and get a little extra cash. Look out for maybe Kim Chen up near the front there. Ooh, another youngster in the group. A younger athlete, I should say. Not a junior anymore, but a rider for Team Canada explodes in the middle of the field. Put out a nice midway sprint here for the sprinter. Should be number 2, Savard. Team Canada, 50, Richer. That's 28 at the front there for a moment. Jennifer Girth, the Crit Nasty team, pulls out of the way. Savard will fall back into the pace. Just wanting to show those sprint legs, remind everybody that she's got a good quick finish in her. And it was worth a little bit extra cash here in the middle of the race. Not a bad move. Go all the way near the back there and maybe try to find the pace line. Might even just be falling off here and say, that's enough for me. Team Canada lined up a good one and says, that's early enough, I'm good. Now we put our attention back to this field to see there's some energy at the front of this group still to kind of push away a bit. Still a pretty long race, lots of laps ahead here. And as Kimberly Chen pulls all the way up to the rail, we've got a couple more riders that are willing to bite here and push the pace off the front. And this will re-accelerate the middle of the group. You can see kind of that middle line coming through the field and navigating out to follow the lead rider at 13 to go. It's number 19, Erica Reeser, the rider in that yellow jersey that kind of instigated that last move, stays near the front, appears to want to be part of all the action at the front of the field. It looks to be Snover again coming to the front, if I'm not mistaken, for the Found Cycling Guild. Another tempo setter in this group. It appears there's a couple of riders that are going to just try to keep this whole group moving pretty fast in the early parts here. We're nearing halfway, seeing 12 to go. Coming up to the sprinters lane, up to the front now is number 9, Hillary Luther, another one of our Portland riders. Come up for most of our big events. There's always a good factor here. I think the field aware there's a couple of those sprint specialists that signed up for the race and they don't want to make it easy on them. So this high tempo already taking some of them out. No surprise here as they've already raced in that sprint tournament. Number 9 coming to the front there. Excuse me, number 6. Got my number upside down maybe. Tori Park for a moment there. The rider in the dark green with that white helmet now backing off from the front. This puts us at halfway, 10 to go. There's Scoville, our local rider of the year, trying to make it quick here in the GP. Reeser again from the front, see some open track and off she'll go. Reinstigate the speed. Several very good riders in this group have not come anywhere near the front, and they're not in any threat. They're just going to sit in the middle of this field. You think, well, I haven't said their name yet, they must not be a factor. That's not the point of it. If you're out the front on this and you're able to stay in the field, you are a big threat. You just got to move up when the time is right as the race is coming to a close. And right now, there's a lot of those racers midway in this group at 9 to go. Snover bringing things up again to speed. This number 13, that rider in green, has been very active in the front. Sarah Winter from the Keirin, if I'm not mistaken, right behind her. That's Diane Snoblin back in for the scratch. Now bunching up a little bit underneath Stanley over there in turn 3. And our first time to really see the group sit high and get a bit of rest. 8 to go. Everybody sitting behind number 18, Eva Lynn for Eclipse Racing. Again, our first time to really see this group kind of hang around the blue line. Just based off of the effort for that first half, I'm guessing not sitting on a record pace at this stage, but I'm curious what it compares. Surpassing 7 minutes at this stage. I think we're a little bit off of it. But let's keep them excited. How about here? I've got the $100 to lead the lap. $100 to lead the lap at 7 to go. Lucky number 7 for $100. Ooh, some movement from the middle of the field. Here comes number 21, and it was a big name during today's Keirin. That's Lothrop now at the front for GVVA, but now look out for Kim Chen and Diane Stoblin also trying to fight over the $100. A nice midway sprint here. Chen gunning for this one big time. Triple shot, will find it. $100 for the young rider, number 14. Happy to take that home, but look at this space they've opened up. Kimberly Chen may only be 5 foot. She says so in her fun fact. I like to say that's 4'12", by the way. She's got some of the smallest bikes out here, but she is an overall powerhouse. Great enduro rider. Used to be a mountain bike specialist. Now she finds herself a young competitor for sprints here in the track. An overall factor, but she'll sit up here actually. She's not going to ride the endurance effort right now. She's got some riders with her, but they're not going to work with her as they were kind of fighting over that $100. Time to sit back into the group and reset things at 5 to go. Snover again on the move. Number 13. Found Cycling Guild has just been so active in this race. This rider in green continuing to push the pace constantly. Tori Park right on that wheel. Won't let her get away, and that'll start to take some of the wind out of her sails. Park doesn't want to be on the front, but she's going to make sure that she keeps Snover in her sights right now. It's 4 to go. They might be getting within striking distance. These last couple laps have been pretty fast. We'll have to see what the final time is against the record. We're looking 10:51 all the way back to 1996. That's a long-standing record. And they might be expecting this, I'm not sure. But let's give the whole group a little encouragement, shall we? $126 and a Twizzler to lead the lap. $126 and a Twizzler to lead the lap. You got a breakaways. Anybody got to go get them? $126 and a Twizzler to lead the lap. You got to go get the leaders. Can they get up there? The field not starting to drive it yet. Snover still in position off the front, but nobody's going to make the dive from the group. Let's go back to our leaders and see who's going to get it. Between Snover and Tori Park right now. We'll just give one of these two some extra cash and tell them keep going, keep going, keep going. The field's so far back. The end of the scratch is in their back pockets now. Snover's just driving the pace. This roadie's got a motor and it brought it here today. The track was not ready for this. Big money for the Found Cycling Guild rider, and Park will finally take over some at the lead here after the cash goes to the Found Cycling rider. The field not interested in pursuing. They do not have the motor right now to go get them. We go back and look at the field. Who's now sitting on the wheel? Diane Stoblin. Diane Stoblin there at the front still. Oh, she'll start to pull up the pace now. Is she going to try to go catch this thing? I wonder if she can. It's already going to be the bell. 1 to go. 1 to go. Stoblin still leading out the effort. Here comes Kimberly Chen. Also, they're going to be getting the bell. They're off the front of the field. That's a long ways to go, Stoblin. Can they even get close? She's bringing Chen right with her. The bell ringing for 1 to go as they come across the line, and they're just not going to make it. Snover and Park too strong. We're going to go back and see these finishers in this one-up effort between these two elite women, Park and Snover. Snover looking so powerful today. Not a regular track presence. She just rides a good enduro against this whole field, and nobody can come around her. Found Cycling closes it down. Snover, your winner here today in the scratch. And out of the group, number 18 will be your third rider across the line, Evelyn. $10:58.44 the time, so about 7 seconds slower than record pace. A quick race, despite a bit of a slower start. They kept accelerating through the whole contest there. And a good one to watch for our elite women. The 5 mile scratch now just wrapped up. Coming up now, it's the Masters Keirin Men Points Race presented by Experience Redmond. 6x5, 30 lap race coming to the rail now. Three more races this evening. What a fun night of racing this has been. The Grand Prix always puts out some fun, fantastic finishes, and there's plenty more to happen here tonight as we've got points racing up now. The Elite Men Points Race coming up following this, and then we'll end, of course, with the Madison Points Race for the Elite Women, our last race tonight. Beverage garden's still open, food trucks ready to serve your needs. Live stream still rolling, the crowds are still here. We're having a great time. Let's bring up this next race and enjoy the points racing here from the Masters and Keirin Men as presented by Experience Redmond. .29 riders at the rail to start this race. This is going to be a fun one. It's 6x5 points racing. Bell every 5 laps to give points. 5, 3, 2, and 1 to the first riders across the line in that order. First 4 score. At the final lap, it's doubled up for 10, 6, 4, and 2. Rise to the most number of points, of course, will be your winner. Ties broken by position on the final lap. We are about ready to get started. There's the signal for racing to begin. 30 to go. 6x5 points racing. Our thanks to our sponsor here today for the points race, Experience Redmond. Always partnering up with us to help us with our travel grants and as well as supporting the town of Redmond. If you're traveling, we hope Experience Redmond hopes you are enjoying your stay here in Redmond. Make sure to go check out all the wonderful food options in the beautiful city, and we hope you can come back soon. Our thanks to Experience Redmond for helping us out. You can check out more online at the City of Redmond website. That's redmond.gov. Thanks to our partners here in the City of Redmond again for helping support our racing endeavors. We team up with them frequently to get help with our hotel deals and all the other great businesses that help partner up with us here in the city. The first sprint upcoming here in a little bit. We're just getting started. Everybody's all equalized at the same points.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. And I always be around when I need some loving, baby. No one else.
All right, things getting heated up here. On the 6 and the 1s are the laps we're going to hear bells. So our first one just about to come up. 26 to go. First chance to see who wants to get some points here going here in the GP. It's Mike Ritter all the way to the front. Wants to get things going for Dyna Racing. He's got one fast one right here at the beginning of the race. He'll lead things out to see what he can do. Mike Westover right there behind. Here comes Andrew Martin for 10-speed hero. Carl Hofer also lining things up down the back straight. Here comes the acceleration now into turn 3. Still being led out by Ritter. Now Martin will take over at the front. 5 points coming the way of Martin on this first sprint. 3 points will go the way of Hofer. 2 to number 70. Liz 84 for 1.
Take me to your heart.
24 to go, and your early leader, Martin, number 67 with 5. Hofer coming across the line second, gets 3 points. Jamie Park, number 70 with 2, sitting in third. Number 84, Fergus Tanaka in fourth with 1. All right, coming back to the race here. Things are all still back together again after that first sprint. Still plenty more laps to go here for the Master Cat 3 man. Your early leader, Andrew Martin for 10-speed Hero, going to be a factor, I think, throughout this race. If you look at this field today, looks so quick on that opening effort, but of course, still plenty more laps to sort this thing out. Who's going to make the next jump? It looks like Liquid Velo has found some opening here. That should be Tyro Lacey, I believe, with the opening, and will take the go-ahead move here. Now leading things out down the back straight ahead of the bell lap. He'll pull up, realizing he's being marked here, been followed all the way through that effort. On to the home straight, 21 to go. Who's going to take the lead over here? Bell's ringing for points. Hampson loads one up and takes over at the front with a big attack down that home straight. A rider from East Portland Youth Cycling Team now well out the front to get their first points of the race. It looks to be the green of Monster Racing, Jason Meidoff, and there's Matty Hers behind him, but Hampson totally in control for 5. Matty Hers for 3. It'll be Monster Racing's number 74 for 2 points. Martin picked up 1 more. Your unofficial points totals: Andrew Martin, your leader, with 6 points. 10-speed Hero with 6 points with Andrew Martin, your leader. 5 points to Jack Hampson, currently in second. Hers and Hofer tied with 3 apiece. Good now for third place. Jamie Park, Jason Meidoff, both with 2 points. Tanaka with 1. I believe that's all our riders with points, and that's confirmed by our officials. Grouping back together again, most of our starters all here in this group. No break, no catch group at the moment. It's all lined up now behind Serge Malikian, number 117. That's a rider without points. It's another 67. He's got the white jersey on with the black helmet and the black shorts. Kind of mid-front of the group now, riding up right along Greg's cycle sign. That's your current leader at the current standings. Looks like one of our riders for Dyna Racing going to try to push away here a little bit. Seeing 17 to go. Nolan Adams takes a little bit of a jump at the front here and encourages, it looks like that's going to be 84, Tanaka, one of our riders with some points. In fact, just 1 to his name so far. So he's trying to do something here to find more value at the front of the race. Nolan Adams also looking for his first points. Group of 2 now off the front. They've got a hunter, though. Here comes Martin. Your race leader wants to get more here, and Adams will pull up and says, that's just fine. Coming back into the effort, though. Still with Tanaka at the front. He'll force Martin to be at the lead. Ooh, it's getting busy. Whoa. Riders making windows happen. That was some tight windows there as riders looking for a place to go. Out of it looks like it's going to be Coalition Cycling coming all the way through that congestion in turn 2. Well navigated. Team Epic also lining up for some more points. Whoa, here we go. Coalition Cycling at the front is 124 for 5. Unchanged to the lead, your unofficial points totals has Martin in the lead with 6. 2 riders with 5 is both Hofer and Karp now. Pardon me, also Hampson. That's 3 riders tied in second place, all with 5. Hofer, Hampson, and Karp. Riders with 3, Jamie Park, Maddie Hers, Carlson, all with 3 points. Meathoff with 2, Tanaka with 1. That matches the official record. 2 riders off the front is Meathoff, one of our riders with points. The rider in green there for a nice breakaway effort. Carl Hofer for Found Cycling looks to be willing to participate in the pain here at 12 to go. And the field not having any of it. Number 97 doing the work to close things down now. That's Logan Mirsky. The rider in all black brings it back together. Meathoff still leading this thing out though. Maybe not unknown that he's been found by the rest of this group. Just doing work for the field. He'll pull up, realizing that the lead has been lost, and try to recover. Might be a tough one to do before the bell's ringing though, as here we go in 11 to go. More points next lap. Ben Flom at the lead now. He's got open track. He'll take the move from the front of the field. Andrew Lynch right behind, looking for his first points in this contest now. Down the back straight, it's still Flom on the lead. Looks like a group of 6 pulling away as Hers accelerates. You see that gap open up from the rest of the field, and we got a little break of 6. Going to be fighting over the points, only 4 score. Martin will be able to come up around to the blue line. Looks like he'll be able to find 5. Hers for 3, Lynch 2, Hampson 1. Martin, your unofficial leader with 11 points right now at 9 to go. Let's see what we got going on as Darlene decides to go on a solo attack. The field wants to rest after that highly contested sprint. Good opportunity for a rider to maybe sneak away. One of our riders with no points. Smart move here for the rider from Center Cycles. 2 riders down in corner 2. Racing still underway, racing still underway. Racing still underway. Racing still underway, track is clear. Racing still underway, track is clear. Racing still underway. Darlene sort of benefiting at this stage as the field under a bit of a recovery move here, trying to figure out how to handle the current situation. They'll get back on their speed though. Here comes Darlene, well off the front. Be able to find 5 upcoming here at 7 to go is number 69 for Center Cycles. Here comes Monster Racing again. It's Meathoff, number 74. Back in pursuit. Trying to close this thing down a little bit here. Checking in with our 2 riders. Both appeared mobile, one already up on their feet. We'll check in and see how they're doing shortly, as we're thankful that they're able to bounce up quickly from the incident. Bell ringing, points next lap for Darlene, 6 to go. Center Cycles putting out an impressive solo effort right now. Points next time around. Your unofficial leader, Martin, back here in the field with 11 points. Hers with 6, Karp and Hofer with 5. Also Hampson with 6, pardon me. Carlson 3, Park 3, Lynch 2, Meathoff 2, and Tanaka 1. We'll see where things lay after this, as it will be Center Cycles going off for 5 here as Darlene collects on the nice move. Park for 3, Karp 2, Meathoff 1. Your race leader remains unchanged as Martin still has the most points in the group, unofficially still with 11. But the race for second, they're all knocking on the door, threatening to take over in this race. So Martin's got to become involved here on this last sprint for sure. We're at 4 to go. One more chance for points in this race. On deck, coming up very quick, the Elite Men Points Race presented by Fission Tech. Group of 4 starting to pull away here. Meathoff with a group of 3 in pursuit with him. After that last sprint, I've got Martin in the lead with 11. Park and Hers both with 6. Actually, currently for third. Pardon me, I've got Karp with 7 in second. Mike Darlene in 5th place with 5. Meadhov, Carlson with 3. Lynch 2. Tanaka 1. 3 to go. Ben Flom now tries to make something happen off the front. We'll set up pretty quickly. Sitting at the blue line, but not resting enough for the field to come swallow them up just yet. They're all sitting back too. Getting ready for the fast finish. In our points race, presented by our friends at Experience Redmond, the Masters Cat 3 men. It's currently number 67, Andrew Martin. Needs to find a way to get something in this next sprint to ensure victory here today. His lead is not feeling too cushiony right now. He's going to start repositioning himself. He's in the middle of the pack right now, the rider in the white, black helmet, black shorts, kind of mid-pack at the higher position here, further away from the sprinter's lane. So watch him maneuver over this next lap as we're coming into the final effort now. Look at this thing. It's going to be a fight at the front. It's looking busy. Find your space. Find your lane. Time's running out. Coming into the bell. 1 to go in the points race. 1 to go. 1 to go. Meet up on the front of the effort right now. The rider for Monster Racing has been in the front an awful lot here today. Tyrell Lacey. Liquid Velo locking in a big one here. Off he goes, looking for the big 10 points. Andrew Martin does find the space he needs. He's going to be able to come back into this one. This should guarantee the win. Look at the speedster from 10 Speed Hero. Saving another good one. Here comes Matty Hurst to challenge. Coefficient of speed wants to throw down, but Matty Hurst cannot come up and catch. Martin, whoa! He celebrates maybe a little early, but he holds on in style. 10 Speed Hero with another great finish here tonight. Andrew Martin picks up 10 and confirms the victory in the points race. Another great race for our Master Cat 3 men, and our thanks again for Experience Redmond for putting this one together with us. Coming up in a moment, the Elite Men for their points race event. We'll be bringing them up shortly. And here comes your champ along the rail for some high fives and congratulations. Andrew Martin, 10 Speed Hero, taking home the big points race win tonight. Well done and a great finish for our local speedster here in the Grand Prix. And this is going to be a good one here. Our thanks goes out to our sponsor for the Elite Men Points Race. This one's presented by our friends at Vision Tech USA. Since its birth in Kona in the 90s, Vision has been synonymous with a no-expense spared assault on wind resistance. Vision is the brand to beat. Leading the way in time trials and triathlon by creating slippery fast aero products with proper fit adjustment that allow the rider to push their limits in race conditions. Vision continually refines, tests, and innovates in the quest for speed, and they continue to show up year by year to support us as well. Our thanks to our friends at Vision for helping put this one together. Things getting underway quickly here on this opening lap. John Terrell, number 129, takes the opening effort here to kind of open things up, and now here we go. The counterattack already, seeing 59 to go. This is a 12 sprint contest. There's 12 times we got to count the points in this one. That's right, a 12 by 5. Max Haggard, good in these kind of efforts, will do a breakaway here right away, encouraging the speedsters off the front here. First bell at 56. We still got a couple laps to go here. Single file, quick speed here at the front. We also got Tom Perkins for the Tesseract Racing Team, number 68, making it to the front of the group. That was good to see on the live stream a bit ago as Joanne Kazanowski tuning in. Yes, it has been some good racing. I agree. And if you agree with Joanne, hopefully you've already hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button for our channel. You know you want to. Give us some love and support. If you're here at the Velodrome still enjoying the show, give yourself a little bit of a break. Check your smartphone, maybe open up that YouTube app, head your way over to the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome channel. Give us a little support. We would love to have it. Good to have so many fans tuning in live to enjoy the racing here today. It's been a great event so far. More great racing to come tomorrow. If you're looking for more to do on a Saturday, we've got Saturday Night Racing tomorrow, 6 o'clock start time, our final session here for the 2024 Grand Prix. Right around the corner. We got more racing at noon tomorrow. There'll be our qualifiers for the sprints and the Keirins for the other groups, so it'll be a flip-flop of who's doing what. It'll be a great race tomorrow, 6 o'clock start time here for Saturday Night Racing. Points next time around at 56 to go. Zach Kovalchek makes his way to the front. That's number 53. Now the challenge coming from the group over the top. Chris Wilson for Found Cycling will try to take over in the front position now. The rider in green at the front. Kovalchek right with him. Campbell Parrish, Red Truck Racing trying to come along at the blue line for this first sprint. It will be Campbell Parrish, Kovalchek. I got number 73 and we'll confirm the final position shortly. Haggard off the front trying to get some action here away from the rest of this group. I'll take a break from the points totals as I should be able to get the official numbers here shortly. Let's continue to watch as things are unfolding here. Haggard off the front getting caught. Now we're all strung out, nearly single file as the bell is ringing, 51 to go. All right, we'll get our points update here shortly after 2 sprints. This fast race already starting to peel off some of our competitors as this tempo has been unrelenting here in the points race so far. The first 10 laps already in the rearview mirror. 49 to go as they came across the line just momentarily ago. Let's take a look at our points as it stands right now. 2 riders with 7, tied for first, Campbell Parrish and Clever Martinez, both with 7. Zach Kowalczyk in third with 4. Tyson Danielson in fourth with 3. Gavin Newman in fifth with 1. All the riders appear to be looking for their first. That's right, one of our juniors has some points. Working his way up on this leaderboard is Newman. Campbell Parrish for Red Truck Racing, presented by Mosaic Homes. A great competitor in Criterium Racing, makes his presence known all throughout. A roadster with some great speed. He's here once again at the track, throwing down here in this points race. And now we have a break from the front. It's number 95. Dylan Lawson, Bell Lab Cycle Works, presented by Dogwood Cycle Works, now is off on the front here. A nice gap opened up for our solo rider, trying to ensure at least some points in the upcoming Bell Lab, seeing 46 to go, and in great position is Lawson. This is still very early in this long race, and that's a very good position to be here for him. Number 77 is the next closest rider. Johannes Daniel Miley of the Lost Boys Book Club, the rider in that purple who pulls up quickly and allows for a change at the lead. John Terrell in the pursuit now to try to catch back up. And here comes the second sprint line. Look at this. Ooh, upcoming quickly. Our breakaway will pick up the 5. He'll sit up a little bit and allow the sprint underneath. As that's Clever Martinez again at the front with Campbell Parrish. They're going to be big factors here today. They bring with them Zach Kowalczyk. Clever Martinez picking up some very important points here. He seems to be a factor into all these sprints so far is number 73, our rider from Rockland Devo program. You'll notice he was one of our riders to watch coming into this, as this is a great event for him, and he's had a good season so far as number 73. Be interesting to see how he continues to play this one, as he's been involved in basically every sprint. Taking first place in the second sprint, taking second place in the most recent one. It gives him the current lead with 10. Just 1 point back to Campbell Parrish. That's rider number 71 for the Red Truck Racing team, now in second place. Kowalczyk for Black Lodge Cycling back in third with 5. Tyson Danielson with 3. Newman with 1. Lawson moving right up in the finishing order with 5. Let's check where that puts him. That's not going to be in a tie for third with Kowalczyk. So a good move by Lawson on that last sprint. And look at this big move as we've been waiting for Brewer to show his face. Chaining windows and doors. Ready and willing to do a big effort here. A lap before the bell, but we saw what he did in the elimination. He said, this race was too slow, I'm gone. Warmed up with the group. He brings with him, though, number 52, Mario Sandoval. Super Mario is here to throw down. And at 42 laps to go, next time around the bell will be ringing. These two currently in good position, still within striking distance, although their speed should be good enough here to consider. They should be able to hold on for points. Brewer, when he comes to the front, re-accelerates. You can see Sandoval has to put in a pretty big effort in realizing this guy is just going to keep driving it. 41 to go. Sandoval sit ups high here. He's realizing that Brewer's going to pull away from him. He's going to save the effort to sprint against the field another day. As Brewer's in position to get 5 as he's away from the group, but will he maybe get caught? Look at Clever's on the acceleration again. It's like Brewer's just playing the catch me if you can game with Clever every time they're out here, although, again, this gap too big to catch. Reminds me a little bit of that elimination race a bit ago, but this time only good for 5. We got plenty more laps to go. 40 to go, 5 to Brewer, 3 to Clever, 2 to Campbell Parrish. And wouldn't you know it, Kowalczyk in there for 1. I think we're going to hear a lot of these names tonight. What do you think, folks? I think we've got our top riders starting to establish themselves here this evening. This group looking very powerful and coordinated now. These 4 riders starting to take the lion's share of the points, and they realize it, as they're going to be on a different tempo and a different pace from the rest of this group at 39 to go. Brewer takes over the front again. Quinn Kenny, number 45, in the effort here now to try to close down the gap just a bit. After the recent sprint, Clever Martinez in the lead with 13 points. Campbell Parrish in second with 11. 3 riders with 5, Kowalczyk, Lawson, and Brewer. Tyson Danielson currently in 6 with 3. Newman and Gillis Gavin Newman with 1. Every other rider looking for their first point. 38 to go. Brewer's got a team here. Max Haggard wants to try to see if he can join in on this one. It looks fun, he says. Can I get up and join you guys? Make this a team of 5. He makes the bridge effort pretty quick here. And all like that, Waterline Racing is now represented in this break of 5. Zach Kowalczyk in the group here takes the lead of this one for Black Lodge Cycling. 37 to go. Bell next time around. The field is being stout with this, though. As fast as those front 5 are, look at the gap here. Not too big. It's going to be Carl Hofer that does the work to try to close this thing down. .36 to go. Bell's ringing. Chris Wilson will finish the effort now for Found Cycling. Look at this explosion of speed. Found Cycling's got one saved up. He says, what about these front 5? Watch me go. Can he finish this, though? It's a bit of a counter move now coming from Haggard to the front of the 5 that have been off the front. It looks good for Wilson, though. He's at a good turn of speed. Should be able to carry the momentum for 5. Your rider in green will grab it. Behind him, it's going to be Kowalczyk trying to come out of the group for 3 now. Brewer for 2, and I think that was Clever down in the sprinter's lane for 1. And Clever's not going to rest just yet. Oh, here he goes. He'll find his way up the track. I thought he was going to go, but a bit of rest is about right now is a good time, as Haggard is going to try to stay out of the sprinter's lane and keep the tempo rolling, though. .34 to go. We'll check on the points here shortly. A scramble. You can feel it in the back half of this group as this group has gotten smaller and more fractured as time has gone on. I would really say we've got the field at the front and everybody else is in the chase from the looks of it now. Can you hold on to the pace of this front group? Martinez still your leader with 14 points after the last sprint. It's Parrish with 11, Kowalczyk 9, Brewer 7, Lawson 5, Wilson 5. Danielson still with 3 and Newman still with 1. Those are some good early points from Newman and Danielson. They may end up paying off big at the end as it keeps them up in the top 10 picture right now. The challenge will be, can they get any more points? Doesn't seem too likely at this stage. Looks like these 2 riders, Brewer and Wilson, have been dancing off the front of what has become our field as some of the straggling groups coming together with the front group. Now Brewer and Wilson kind of finding a similar effort off the front of the group. That was Dylan Lawson, the rider in that light blue with a little bit of yellow. It was pulling for the field for a bit, seeing if they could stay close to these 2 leaders. Now Kowalczyk. Parrish not willing to do too much pull here as well. He'll pull up quickly. No one willing to go up and get these leaders right now. They're in position. 31 to go. Wilson and Brewer control their own fate here for the next points. Kowalczyk now really starting to pick up the pace is number 53. Two riders still off the front. It's going to be Brewer and Wilson going 5 and 3, but the sprint from the field getting interesting here. Ooh, here we go. Haggard getting challenged. It will be Clever coming up for these points. Number 73 finds it. Number 76 for 1. Wilson is done for now. He says, I got to get back on somebody else's wheel. This guy's just too fast. And again, it's Brewer just playing the hard to catch roll off the front of the field. This is incredible athleticism. Again, our rider for Cheney Windows and Doors. Incredible endurance rider. Overall smarts here in this race. He's going to put together another good one for us here tonight in this points race. Number 85 is. Our point standings after the last sprint. Clever Martinez for Rockland Devo continues to be in the lead with 16. He's been in essentially every sprint In fact, he has. His number is posted for every sprint so far. Consistency out of Martinez, doing him well here today in the points race. In second is Daniel Brewer with 12, Campbell Parrish with 11, Zach Kovalchik with 9, and Chris Wilson with 8. There's your top 5. And your group is coming back together again. The front reestablishing as a field here. All the rest of the riders on the track are in the catch. What was a field of over 20 down really now to 10 competitors at the speed that these riders are going to be going at. At 27 to go, the field sitting above the blue line, and again goes Brewer. And I got to tell you again, you watch a lot of laps here at the Velodrome. I watch more. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of riders go around this Velodrome. This guy goes unlike many. He has unending energy, absolute infinite well of power as he just continues to go. Every time they sit up, he says, I'm out. You have to match me or I'm just going to ride away in this race. And despite this talent and how many speedsters we have, he's making him look slow again. Off he goes. There's your leader, Clever Martinez, at the front of this race for the field. He pulls up that rider in blue with the white. Campbell Parrish, the rider right in his wheel in the yellow for Red Truck Racing. I know, it's a yellow jersey for the Red Truck team. Used to be red. Yeah. Brewer for 5, the sprint for the field. Let's see what happens with them as they're lining up for a good one. Campbell Parrish starting to pop his way out above all the way the blue line now. It'll be Clever Martinez for 3, Campbell Parrish for 2, and Zach Kovalchik for 1. A very familiar set of 3 names. Your race leader picks up an important 3, should be able to stay in the lead, but Brewer is becoming a problem. Give it to Daniel Brewer. Can he keep this up? It's still 24 laps of racing, and he has decided he is better off alone. 24 to go. Your field now just coming through turn 1 in pretty good tempo as well. Your race leader in the group, the rider in blue at the front. Still with the most number of points is Martinez, although he's about to lose the lead if he lets that happen again. He's got 19, the rider from Rockland Devo program. Daniel Brewer for Cheney Windows and Doors with 17. That's the rider off the front at 23 to go. Now in second with 17. Your leader with 19. Campbell Parrish for Red Truck Racing. That's number 71 here in the field. He's riding high along the rail. That's in third place with 13. Zach Kovalchik for Black Lodge Cycling, wearing bib number 53. He's in this field as well, currently in fourth with 10. Chris Wilson has fallen off the pace. He's currently in 5 with 8 points, but may not be getting any points at this stage. Brewer on a tear, 22 to go. He's about to be on the back half of the track with that straggling group there. Might be able to catch the chase group before long. 22 to go for the field. Now fighting over 3 points in this group as they have let even more track distance to the leader. He's about 150, 200 meters up soon here. Bells ringing, 21 to go. Bells ringing, points next lap. Official warning issued to rider 71, Campbell Parrish, for entering the sprinter's lane while occupied. That's one official warning to 71 for entering the sprinter's lane while occupied. Sprint starting to really get together here down the back straight. We'll check in quickly with our leader, who is just absolutely driving the pace here on his own for 5. Back to this big sprint here. Ooh, looks like it's going to be on the outside, number 95 for 3 out of the group. That was number 77. I believe getting their first points is Johannes Danumeli. Clever Martinez involved in every sprint. He continues the streak, picking up 1 very valuable point in that last one. Brewer continuing the dominant race he has had here today so far. This strong group here cannot put it together to catch Brewer yet. And Martinez, the one who's most concerned, he's losing that lead now. And after these most recent points, we're going to see Daniel Brewer take over the front. What I believe will be at 22 points with Martinez at 20. So your breakaway rider, no surprise, starting to take over in a big way here. A couple more of these, and he'll have secured the race. Indeed, Brewer with 22, Martinez 19, Parrish 13, Kovalchuk 11. Dylan Lawson moving up to 8 points now after that previous sprint. Good for a tie for fifth place right now. Again, 8 points now for Lawson. Brewer on the home straight, 70 to go. An incredible athletic talent. You know the amount of work he puts in to the sport when you see this kind of endurance effort. So smooth, so powerful for this many laps. The field now still sitting above the blue line at this stage. They are not in the posture to catch. Haggard thinks he's going to take a stab at it, though, or at least separate himself from this field. Whether he catches Brewer or not, this is the way he wants to go get points. He doesn't want to let it go down to a sprint. Bell's ringing for Brewer, on his way for 5 more, no question there. Haggard in a nice position to score as well. Bell's ringing. Josh Sherfy for Coalition Cycling is pulled away from the field as well as he finds himself out in open track a little bit here, away from the field. Brewer for 5. Haggard sets that one up nicely for 3. Sherfy for 2. And 1 point to somebody who's going to get it. Kovalchuk will fight for it and gets it, number 53. And that's, I think, the first time we haven't said number 73 for points. Your former leader, Mr. Consistent himself, not able to find anything in that particular sprint. He knows this race is going to get difficult for him to take away from Brewer. He may be just racing for second place at this stage. 14 laps to go. Your points update. Your leader, Brewer, with 27. Martinez, 19. Parrish, 13. Kovalchuk now with 12, trying to take over third place from Parrish. Piece by piece, a tie at fifth between Wilson and Lawson, both with 8. Haggard now with 4 points, good for 7th place. Brewer, 13 to go. Haggard has help. Here comes Martinez, the former race leader. Oh, look at this bridging effort. Clever's tired of this nonsense. He wants to get all the way up there. He can't get anybody else to do it with him. He'll just have to make it all by himself. He's flown a long way to get here, and now he has to ride a long way to get up to the front. Martinez is on his way. Brewer on his own for so long. And here he is, just like that, in about a lap. He closes that distance down, a little over a lap there. Clever Martinez, the proud competitor that he is, makes his way all to the front, and he wants to get points. Haggard left off the back of the leaders, but well ahead of the field, still in good position to score, and now the rest of the field is under the leadership of Campbell Parrish, the rider in yellow at the front. Clever Martinez leading the lap at 11 to go. Points next time around. He's looking a little bit gassed after that big bridging effort. No surprise. He needs a moment to catch his breath. Bell ringing for Haggard as well. Is the field going to close any distance down on these leaders? They're about 180 meters off the leaders right now. I would take my best guess on the gap. Martinez takes 5, Brewer for 3. It'll eventually be Haggard for 2 as he's coming in, and it looks like Dylan Lawson makes the jump out of the group nice and early here to secure 1 point. 10 to go. Martinez, the rider in blue, your former race leader, tired of being out of the action. He sits one sprint out. My guess now is he said, you know what, instead of going for one or two, I'm going to take one out, rest in the field, and I'm going to go. Rather than work for a couple points, let's go for the big win. Let's try to get back up to the front. But here's how it works by the math. He has to win every sprint essentially now to catch back up to Brewer. Martinez is in a tough place, this rider in blue. After making the bridging effort, he has to continue to pick up these sprints. He knows he's got the opportunity now. The race is back in his control. He has a chance to make it happen. With 8 to go, there's only 2 sprints remaining. Brewer with 30, Martinez with 24. It's Campbell Parrish with 13, Kovalchuk 12, Lawson 9. There's your top 5. Wilson still with 8, Haggard 6, Danielson 3, Daniel Miley 2, Sherfy 2, Newman 1. The breakaway catching up even more here of these two riders. They are closer to the back of the field than the field is to the back of them. Just 7 laps to go. The leaders are going to hear the bell here pretty soon at 6 to go. These two riders coming in for the GP, absolutely separating themselves as incredible athletes that they are. Martinez and Brewer riding away now at 6 to go. Look at them closing it down. They're 300 meters up on the field and gaining still. One rider off the front of the field now. Let's see where this is going to resolve to here at 6 to go. That's number 77 getting the bell first. Johannes Daniel Meili now in the sprint. Martinez will assure another 5. This is going to set up a good finish here. 5 to go. Martinez for 5 points. Brewer for 3. Can they catch for the big 20? Do they want to catch for the big 20? That's the question. At this point, I don't think Martinez is very interested in that. He wants to ensure it's a sprint for 10 and 6. If they go catch, he's got to go across that whole field to get to the front again to compete against Brewer. He is not motivated to catch right now. Number 77 coming across the line for 2. I think that was Kovalchuk again for 1 point. That might give Kovalchuk now solo in 3rd place. A good point there for number 53. Brewer still in the lead with 33. Martinez back 4 points. Go figure. The last sprint's 4 points apart. Warning to number 45 for passing underneath. Official warning to 45 for passing underneath. Your leader's very close to the back of this field. I'm guessing Brewer might be happy with catching. This will make it even harder for Martinez to win. If he catches before this last sprint, Martinez, I don't think necessarily wants that. Whoa, what are they going to do here? How's this going to end? This is getting pretty hard to follow. The leader's seeing 2 to go. The field just saw 3. Oh, geez, they're about to touch here at the back of this group. Looks like Martinez will finish this off. Is that the catch? Showing 1. We have caught for 20 points. The front of the field is now the front of the field. The front of the race is the front of the field. Bell's ringing, 1 to go for 10 points to the front of the group. The front of the field is the front of the race. Your race leaders catching, getting the big 20, but now can they contest for more? I don't know how that could happen. Here comes Chris Wilson after resting for so many laps here. Back into this race, but oh my goodness. Here they come. After the catch. Oh, Kovalchuk, a nice big sprint, 53. Campbell Parrish for 6. Chris Wilson for 4. And is that Martinez still getting 2 more points in there? It's not good enough, though, to overtake Brewer. After that catch, it was so hard for Martinez to get up through that field and contest. The catch almost working in Brewer's favor. Cheney, windows and doors. Sending forward Brewer on another victory here for the elite men, and now for the points race. Both are elimination and points race winner. Oh, clever Martinez, another fantastic race. He wants some love from the crowd too. Let's see it for number 73 and a big smile on his face. Brewer, are you kidding me? Cleaning house here today at the Velodrome. We're having a good show, and it's being brought to us by our friends at Cheney Windows and Doors right now. My goodness, Clever Martinez making it a fun competition. That bridge effort is the story of that race. To get back up to the front by Clever and make that one close. A nail biter at the end and a great finish. And we still have more fun to go. Stand by for our final race of the night. We are getting ready for Madison Racing. That's right. It's our team race, groups of two, the final race of the evening. Madison Points Racing for the Elite Women. Presented by Metier and Bike Works, our final race of the night coming up here in just a moment. I may have missed the call during the racing action. It was the second official warning that was issued to 71. And for the second warning, that's a removal from the event and a disqualification. Our Madison team's now coming up and getting lined up for their start. We'll talk about the race as it's under motion. We've got some fun here in our points race. Official request to move a bit forward here. This upcoming race will be raced in groups of two. These teams paired up. You can tell where their partner is based on their Madison jerseys they're racing in tonight. You can always tell who their partner will be. One active rider in the race, one in the relief. This will be raced as a points race format. So just like the race we just watched, the points and the scoring will work the same, but only to the active rider that's currently in the race. Giving the relief riders the opportunity to get in position first here, it looks like. And now we're going to get the neutral started for the riders that will start in the race. This is 6 teams, 12 athletes today competing in the Madison. This points race, again, presented by our good friends at Metier and Bike Works. And racing's now underway. 40 laps to go. In this race, of course, the riders that are in the race will exchange with the riders that are in the relief. If you've not watched Madison Racing, always a fun event to spectate, as you'll see a lot of coordination going on between our two riders as they will have talked before the race start, try to figure out their general strategy for who they want to be in the race at any given point. And of course, the important coordination of just getting the riders exchanged. The relief riders will ride up along the rail until it's their time and their call to come down into the event. Hold hands momentarily in exchange of inertia and momentum there via the toss-in, and that's the official signal that the exchange has occurred. It's not necessarily required for that to happen. The missed exchange during some level of contact, you can still allow the riders to do a swap of position, but obviously executing it properly maintains momentum. It's a good way to exchange the speed of the two riders, and because of the relief for the riders to get a little bit of rest, it allows for the active race generally to be a little bit faster, although with the smaller field, these early laps a little bit more relaxed than we might see with a bigger group here tonight. We'll see who our first group is to pick up some points in the opening sprint. Bell next time for the first points of the race. The pride colors of team number 1. Lamar Edwards in there currently was at the lead. A little bit of an exchange here for Team White as they're looking for hands in the middle of the action. It's going to be Charlotte Westover being tossed in by her teammate Kelly Darlene. Yellow a little bit off the pace, but working very nicely to get back into the race as our group of 6 still all together. First opportunity for points now upcoming. First point 6 time around. An exchange here for the Rainbow team. An important one coming into this sprint is it'll be Edwards tossing in Lingwood. Quick exchange for the speedster out of Portland. Now takes over at the front. Will navigate up and over these exchanges as they're committed to do. Nice development here at the front. Well-timed exchange, and Lingwood will be very much in control for this first point sprint, well and away from the rest of this crowd. Team White's trying to hold on. Lingwood for the first 5. Team Rainbow, your leaders to start. And Kimberly Chen for our pink team coming across the line for 3. It's then green and white. Edwards and Lingwood lead with 5 points currently. Your pink team in second with 3. That's the combination of Jordan Lothrop and Kimberly Chen riding together in that pink squad. And they're currently pulling away from the rest of this race a little bit there as Edwards and Chen will ride together away from the rest of the competitors. Getting 2 points in that first sprint was the green team of Lucy Gilchrist and Rue Tomko. White picking up 1. Currently in 4th is Charlotte Westover and Kelly Darlene. That's bibs number 3 in the white jersey. Pink on a big move here. This looks like Lothrop's trying to open things up a little bit here, well ahead of the bell. Trying to apply some pressure to the rest of this field. Team Yellow in pursuit here. And on a very important lap as Pink is trying to create some space for themselves. Rainbow will throw back in your current leaders. Lingwood will do some work here to try to catch right back up, and really good acceleration. You can see here the gap closing down pretty quick for the Rainbow squad onto the home straight. No bell yet. We'll hear it next time around. Lothrop still on the lead of this one as Pink team looking to do an exchange for Chen right here into turn 1. Missing the exchange, so critical here. They still had contact. Chen loses a lot of momentum on that. Now, a lot of these riders, of course, they don't train together. They're not teammates. They're not even from the same city, many of them. So the coordination, there's not a lot of time for these riders to get it together. You're going to see some of those tonight. And really a critical one, although Chen responds nicely here to hold on to Lingwood's position. At 31 to go. Your leader in the race at the front, also the leader in points, gets the bell. Rainbow team in the lead. Edwards getting the toss in here on into turn 2. Up against Chen now down the back straight. Chen will take over at the front. Edwards trying to find the wheel. Looking for 3 points and should be able to hold on for it. Team Yellow, the next team up. Pink will take 5. Rainbow for 3. The tie at the top. 2 teams with 8 now. Team Yellow for 2 this time. It looks like Team Green for 1. I got 2 teams with 8. It's our Rainbow Squad and Pink, both with 8 points. Team Green should have 3 now after the last sprint. Yellow with 2 and White with 1. Starting to separate themselves a little bit are these 3 teams. Yellow doing the work here to close down the gap. That's Eva Lynn currently in for Team Yellow, about to exchange to Girth on the back straight. Pink also making an exchange here. That's bringing back in Lothrop. Girth catches up to the lead group now to make a group of 3 teams. Big hustle here from one of our squads behind. Is that Rutomko trying to close down? I think it might be. Not on a bell lap, but a nice closing effort here from the green squad as Rutomko on fresh legs is able to close the gap. Blue-green trying to get back into this race as well. An important exchange here for them as the field comes all back together again. Hillary Luther gets tossed in by Annette Williams on the back of the field, and the race is back all together again. The dance of the exchange is going well here. Another one for Team Green as Tomko is racing along with Lucy Gilchrist. They're right back in this race. Yellow, Scott Girth on a big move here, just trying to keep things rolling. Good tempo at the front of the group and looking to toss in Eva here on the back straight. As we'll be coming into the bell lap, it might be looking like several of the teams looking for an exchange here in turn 3. We'll see how many of them are going to engage the exchange. Oh, that looks busy. Rider down in turn 3. Lingwood in perfect position here to just go on the attack after the recent exchange. Not within 200 usually, but yeah, you can.
Yellow just blocked.
And that's going to be 5 more for the Rainbow team taking back over the top. It's now Hillary Luther for the green and blue team finding their first points. That'll be 3 for them. Team Yellow for 2, Pink for 1 more. As that looks to be Kim Chen in the group right now, trying to get back together with the front of this race. Your leaders, the Rainbow team, tossing back in Edwards. Both are getting tossed back in for Team Pink, it looks like, as Chen will go back into the relief once all these exchanges are finished. 24 to go. .23 to go. A warning is initiated to Team Pink for passing underneath. That would have happened a couple laps back again. Team Pink for passing underneath. 1 warning initiated. Speaking of Pink, they'll make an exchange here into turn 4. All together here, Critical moments here as a couple exchanges a lap before the bell's ringing. Rainbow continuing to put on a dominant show here. Combination of Lingwood and Edwards looking good in the Madison as they'll find 5 more on this sprint. Pink for 3, yellow for 2. And blue and green will get 1 point in the move there. They're in the middle of their exchange as they cross the line. Official warning really to Team Gold for an interference of the exchange on the previous lap. Official warning for Team Gold for interference of the exchange, impeding another team's ability to exchange. The points I have are your leaders, Rainbow Team 1 with a total of 18 points, Pink with 11, yellow with 6, blue-green with 4, green and white both with 3. Seeing 18 to go, a couple more laps for the bell. Your lead team doing another exchange here between Edwards and Lingwood as they go out of turn 2. As green and blue will look for an exchange at the back half here of the group. Those kind of ride side by side with each other. Might actually, that's Team Green, one of our junior pairings of Gilchrist and Tomko. Will forego the hand contact and just come into the race. Whenever you have a miscue on the exchange, that can cause a little lack of confidence. Gold with an exchange here into turn 1. Still plenty more laps here in the Madison to settle the score, but Rainbow well in control right now, still, again, unofficially in the lead with 18. Yellow on a good turn of speed here as Girth wants to pick up some big points. The bell's ringing. Jennifer off the front. Team Rainbow now in pursuit as Edwards gets the toss in and a big sprint upcoming. Can she close? Making good progress here. Pink also on the way as Chen. Look at this turn of speed from number 14, who's now racing in the colors of pink. Whoa! The young speedster's got some good acceleration. Edwards will follow the wheel and come around yellow. A nice catch for 2 teams now as Pink gets some valuable points here. It'll be 5. Rainbow for 3. Yellow for 2. Annette Williams racing currently for the green and blue team will find 1 more point there. Getting near the end of this Madison, the end of our beautiful evening of racing here, this second session of the GP, nearly at a close. 14 more laps of action here. And Team Pink is sending out a big effort here as Lothrop wants to ride away a bit from this group. My unofficial points totals so far, your leaders, the Rainbow Squad with 21, Pink in second with 16, Yellow in third with 8. Blue green now has 5, green with 3, white with 3. That matches the points totals on the official side as well, so we are all up in the record books correctly. 13 laps to go, and Lothrop trying to put down the hammer here. Needs to start gaining against Rainbow, trying to now do it a little bit different way. She's got a teammate who can win a sprint and also has some good endurance. Can Chen continue this tempo now as she's off the front with this exchange on the back straight? Bell's not ringing yet. Still has to keep on the tempo. She'll go aggressive here, no surprise. Trying to stay ahead of Rainbow, who's got Lingwood in right now. Green and blue. Hillary Luther is going to be tossing in Annette Williams here shortly. This is an important exchange for them to try to stay with the tempo. A pretty casual exchange actually for them, as it looks like this group of 3 cruising pretty comfortably now at 12 to go. Pink still on a good turn right here, opening up a bit of distance on the field of 3. Team Green off of the pace right now, trying to get back up there. That's Ruth Tomko in pursuit right now. Your field currently being led by Team Yellow, and your leader, Pink, catching the back here. So overtaking a rider as the bell's ringing, seeing 11 to go as Team Pink. A big toss in for Chen, who navigates that one well and sends Lothrop on their way to pick up 5 most likely. We got Team White in no man's land. No rider will score for Team White currently, it sounds like. That means Team Pink to pick up 5. Lothrop, this is a really strong move from Lothrop and Chen. They've decided it's time to dial up the endurance. Green and blue will get 3 now. Yellow, 2 points. Nine to go. I think White now officially back kind of in the mix of things. Should be eligible to score, but down the lap, I believe it would have been in the call. And things kind of getting busy here with a couple of exchanges through turn 2. My current standings, your lead team of Rainbow with 22 now. But here comes Pink with 21. Yellow with 10. Blue-green with 8. White and green both with 3 still. That's right, 1 point separating our leaders now. Team Pink has pulled away so far. And yes, the correction there is that White being caught does go down the negative 20 for losing the lap to the field. Pink very strong right now. Lothrop looking very smooth as each 2 riders, Chen and Lothrop, have found a nice tempo with each other. And as they set the pace off the front of this field, they're going to slowly start to catch some of the straggling teams again. Your field on the home straight doing a couple exchanges at 17 to go. There's blue and green bringing in Hillary Luther. Lingwood for the Rainbow Squad on the wheel immediately. Yellow trying to hold on to a little acceleration there. The bell sound will be heard here momentarily for Pink, who's on the back end of green. Pink seeing 16 to go. Slowing down just a hair to make this a bit of a more relaxed exchange for Chen. They are in complete control right now on this track. They do not need to go anywhere forward or backward. They get to stay right here and win this race. Bell ringing for our field of 3 teams. Rainbow trying to get back up onto the wheel with green and blue driving, and that's Hillary Luther currently in the race for the green-blue team. Green not eligible for the points here, so Pink will pick up 5. As they haven't been caught by the field, green just goes down from the leader. Pink picks up the 5, and it'll be yellow eligible for 3 now. Green cannot be working with Pink. So green is compelled not to be working with the Pink team right now. And it looks like it was rainbow team for 2, and I believe the green-blue squad for 1. $26 to the leader is now Team Pink. And unofficial points totals, 24 to the rainbow team, now in second. And I got yellow with 13, blue-green with 9, green with 3, white with negative 17. Just 4 short laps to go, and Pink in absolute control here. Now yellow beginning to pull away from the riders here. That's Lothrop, our leader on the track, the Pink rider. That's the first rider on the lap and still in the lead. Those 2 teams, white and green, are in between the leader and the field. We go all the way back to yellow, who's now pulling away from the field. Yellow, the next closest team, now with Jennifer Girth on the attack at 3 to go. And here's the field between rainbow and the blue-green team. Move here for green up against rainbow team on the back straight. As it looks like Hillary Luther is going to put on another attack against Edwards and try to get some space here. Well ahead of the final bell. Seeing 2 to go. Your leader's in the middle of the back straight. The next closest team is Team Yellow. That's now coming across the line. Is Girth still on the move at 2 to go. Rainbow and blue-green seeing 2 to go. And your leader team and the eventual winner of this race, the Elite Women, Madison, coming to a close. 1 to go. Team Pink breaks away from the group, and we'll close this thing down nicely. I believe Chen might be giving one more toss in for the teammate, Lothrop, who's been sitting on the sidelines here for a bit. And there's the final exchange we'll see from Team Pink. The next group on the track is Team Yellow getting the bell for their final lap. They'll be eligible for 6 points in their current position is Yellow. Rainbow trying to get up there. Here goes Lingwood trying to chase for 6. And green and blue, the last group here that'll be fighting over the points, I believe. Team Pink has a nice race here to end the Madison. Lothrop says, all right. And I don't think I regret signing up for this race. The next teams for points, we're waiting for Yellow to come up to the line for 6. Team Yellow with some important points to end it. Rainbow chasing hard, can't quite get there. Whipple will be second overall in the race today. And green and blue finds 2 more in this final sprint. All the teams are finishing up right here and now. And that should be everybody's final lap. Thank you to the super fans that are still out there. Can I hear from the fans that are still here tonight? Where are you at? Let me hear you. It's a late night, and we appreciate you so much. Our fans make this place special and make this event a great time. Our athletes appreciate your attendance and your noise you were throwing out their way. What a beautiful and fun evening of racing we've had here today. And the good news is we're going to come back and do it all again tomorrow. That's right. The Marymoor Grand Prix is a weekend event. We've got Saturday night racing going on tomorrow. Noon session tomorrow to set up for the Elite Women Sprints, the Masters Cat 3 Sprints, and of course the Elite Men Keirin. And then we go into session 4, the finale. We'll see all the Keirins and sprints finalized there, as well as more great racing from some of our mass start events. The Madison for the Elite Men to close it off. It's going to be a great program. We're going to be awarding some folks some cash money. We got some money to get out to some winners this evening. Beverage Garden's still open for a bit longer here. The party's still rocking and rolling. It's the Marymoor Grand Prix 2024 Session 2 coming to a close. Thank you for joining us. If you're still on the live stream, hit that thumbs up. Leave that love. Let's see it. Thank you for being here with us. More action coming at you tomorrow. And we can't wait to host you for more racing right here at the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome. Jinx, we're going to bring some action to you down on the infield for some podium action, it sounds like here, so stand by for that. We're going to keep the stream up and live and bring you down onto the infield for that. If you're still out there enjoying the production and would like to celebrate our winners today, we will continue to record here for a bit longer, and we'll keep the mics on and the music rolling for just a bit longer as we celebrate some of our champions here today. Stand by for some podiums for the Friday night. Podium's beginning shortly. We're beginning in race order from our program. Elite men's sprints are first. Top 5 on the podium. Top 5 riders on the podium for each event. We begin with the elite men in 1 minute for the sprint. And now we'll be presenting the top 5 on the podium for the Elite Men's Sprints Tournament today, presented by Pyatt Lending Company. Top 5 now to the podium. Are we ready? Looks ready. Here we go. In 5th, for the coefficient of speed, Andrew Carlberg. For Jubilee Cycle Race Team, in 4th, Tyler Davies. For Cheney Windows and Doors, in 3rd, Mateo Morasis. In 2nd place for Star Trek Racing, Noah Mandow. And today, your champion racing for Waterline Racing, it's Wyatt Paul. Masters and Cat 3 men, Keirin, top 5 will take the podium. Masters and Cat 3 men, Keirin, top 5 to the podium. What? Coming up now, Masters and Cat 3 men are top 5 in the Keirin. In 5th place for Aerotech Racing, James Campbell Harris. In 4th for Atomic Racing, Tak Makino. And in 3rd place today, Alex Huey. Ooh. For Flying Gorillas in 2nd place, it's Thomas Andrew. And your champion racing for the Burnaby Velodrome Club, Hans Lofelholz. Top 5 in the Elite Women Keirin coming next. Top 5 Elite Women Keirin coming up to the podium now. In 5th place for Shadow Cycling, Mackenzie Wells. In 4th place for Triple Shot Cycling Club, Tendo Mukahanana. Riding for Team Canada, in 3rd place, Emmy Savard. In 2nd place, Jenna Lingwood. And today, your champion in the Elite Women's Keirin final, racing for Burnaby Velodrome Club, Diane Snoblin. Up next will be the Elite Men Elimination Race. Your top 5. Elite Men Elimination Top 5. Well, he finds his way back. That's just survival. And today in our Elite Men Elimination Race, in 5th place, Sage Deluche. Deluce? I always make that sound too fancy. For Black Dodge Cycling, in 4th place, Zach Kowalczyk. In 3rd place, for the Red Truck Racing, presented by Mosaic Homes Team, Campbell Parrish. In 2nd place, for Rockland Devo Program, Clever Martinez. And your champion on top of the podium today for the Elite Men Elimination Race for Cheney Windows and Doors, Daniel Brewer. Thanks, Tyler. Good to see you, man. Brother. Up next, the Marymoor Crawl. Top riders for the Marymoor Crawl. We'll just call the top 3 for the Marymoor Crawl to the podium. I think they figured it out. We trust them. Okay. Very good. Elite Women 5-mile scratch. Top 5. In the Elite Women's Scratch Race, in 5th place for the J. Baker Juniors, Danny Scoville. In 4th place, Jenna Lingwood. For Team Eclipse, in 3rd place, Eva Linton. In 2nd place, Tori Park. And your champion today for the Fountain Cycling Guild, Alexi Snover. Masters Points Race, Masters Cat 3 Men Points Race up next. For your Masters Cat 3 Men Points Race today, finishing in 5th for the Dyna Racing Team, Jamie Park. In 4th place for Coalition Cycling, Sam Karp. In 3rd place for Team Epic, Jack Hampson. In 2nd place for the Coefficient of Speed, Maddie Hurst. And finally, your champion for the Masters Cat 3 Men Points Race, 10 Speed Heroes, Andrew Martin. Elite Men Points Race top 5. Elite Points Race. Elite Men Points Race top 5. In 5th place for the Fountain Cycling Guild, Chris Wilson. In 4th place for Red Truck Racing, presented by Mosaic Homes, Campbell Parrish. Oh, pardon me. That's a mistake. The results just has a little star next to that name, so I apologize. We're going to get Dylan Lawson up there in 5th and move Chris Wilson over into 4th place. Ready, set, go. That's deceiving. That's a very small asterisk. In 3rd place for Black Lodge Cycling, Zach Kovalchek. In 2nd place for Rockland Devo Program, Clever Martinez. And your champion for the Elite Men Points Race for Cheney Windows and Doors, once again, it's Daniel Brewer. And finally, Madison for the Elite Women, our last group we'll bring up here. Our top 5 teams for the Madison, Elite Women Madison. In 5th for Team Green, Lucy Gilchrist and Rue Tomko. In 4th place for the blue-green team, Hillary Luther and Annette Williams. In 3rd place, racing in Team Yellow, Jennifer Girth and Eva Linton. In 2nd place, under the colors of the rainbow jersey, Jenna Lingwood and Amara Edwards. And racing in Team Pink colors, your champions, Jordan Lothrop and Kimberly Chan. That will conclude the official events for this evening. If you stick around for the podiums, we'll be shutting down all the broadcasts now. Thank you again for a fantastic session number 2 for the GP. We'll be back for more racing tomorrow at noon for session 3. Qualifiers for the Elite Women Sprints, for the Masters Cat 3 Men Sprints, and of course, our Elite Men Keirin. We'll see you then. Thank you again. Preems tomorrow. If you won a preem today, we'll get it to you tomorrow.